Yay! Welcome to week 38, episode, I think, yes? 38, episode 38 of Sahlen's Legacy. Hi! And what if you're new to the channel, that's the kind of stuff that we do on various other nights. So you can check us out on Monday nights with Cinephilia, which is our movie talk show. This is night, Tuesdays, which is Sahlen's Legacy, live play D&D. And then we also have tomorrow night, Perception Check, which is more D&D with the Felted Friends. And all three Felted, well, not all three, but 3 of the 4 Felted Friends should be here tomorrow night.
3 of the 4?
Willow?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
You cad.
Audio, sure.
It's a good thing you're not the DM or Anthony.
I'm just checking.
Happy anniversary!
Art, though?
There we go.
Hey, thank you very much, Fallon!
Hey, look.
14 months.
Bro,
What is that?
Viathan is
Oh.
in the chat.
14, that's a lot.
Right.
Oh, 13?
13 months.
Baby zebra.
Baby zebra.
Baby zebra.
Baby zebra.
Ruvathian of the Broshan.
Yo, bro.
He's in the chat. Hey, bud. I feel so dumb.
Woo!
Yeah. Anywho,
Backseat tech. Wow.
Art is the king of the subtle.
You know, like you could have
Ruvathian,
switched to the.
thank you for the sub.
Hey, ooh,
Thanks for this.
subtrain
4
hype
months.
incoming.
Why
put that away?
Of the Broshan. I like that
Okay,
name.
okay. 4 months. 4 months.
Show. Well, hey
That's
everybody. There are various ways that you can interact with our
Baby
story.
Ooh,
One of them, what's up?
Do we want to do sponsors first?
Sure!
Sponsors.
Hey guys. Huh? What?
Said Ryan was backseat teching, now he's backseat.
Shut the fuck up.
Hi, guys. So, Wormwood.
Hey, look at that. So Wormwood has sponsored us, and if you would like to get your own products from Wormwood, they don't just make dice trays and towers, they also make dice themselves. And if you want to go and check out, get yourself some free shipping, use our code PERCEPTION at checkout. And do that. We're all a little loopy today. I think we're a little tired. I'm just gonna let you know that now because it's gonna be a weird fucking night.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So do that, and also Level Up Dice is one of our sponsors. If you use our link in the chat, if you buy anything through that, that helps us out. And if we hit a particular goal within their rewards program, it allows us to give stuff away to you guys, which is very exciting. And they have really nice luxury dice made out of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. What?
What'd you do?
Perfect.
Baby sperm
I
whale
heard
for
that. I
Connie.
think you like punched
Hey,
something.
Deadly Nightshade. 19 months, you know what that is.
Baby sperm whale.
Baby sperm whale.
Baby sperm. Wow.
There you go.
There was also a 4 months, which is a baby pig.
Open pig.
Oh, winker.
Oh, look at that. Hype train is at 20%.
Hype train is at 20%.
I don't know what a hype train is, but I love it.
We should be on that train.
All right.
Sorry.
Now let's talk about incentives.
Is that it?
We're completely focused. There's only 3 of you tonight. I don't know why this is happening.
Should we introduce ourselves first?
No, no.
No, he wants to do incentives.
We don't have names.
It don't matter.
So you can give our
don't have a name.
players
Where's my name?
blessings. For $5, you give a D6 to any of our players that they can use for checks, for damage, for healing, for anywhere where dice are used. They can cash in that D6 for anything at any time. And I cannot, if I have a DM reroll handy, I cannot use it to alter. I can't alter anything that's been touched by a blessing. For $10, you can add to the pool of rerolls for the players. It's a collective pool that they can pull from at any time to reroll any of their checks. $15, you can give me DM rerolls, which forces the players to reroll their good rerolls, which I love. $25, you can drop a character, and some of them are still currently around from last week. And some of them last even longer than that. It's very fun. So you can describe them. These can be allies. These can be enemies. These can be really whatever you want them to be, and we'll plug them in and make them fit. For $50, for tonight, we're going to try out DM powers.
Do I need the hourglass?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get the hourglass. It's in a tub somewhere because we're organized now. So for 1 minute, if you award DM powers to any player, for 1 minute, they get to take over the story and say what happens. They become the DM for 1 whole minute. With the caveat, because I see your face in that wonderful monitor, you do have to describe it in detail.
Right, of course.
And that's about it. And I mean,
I wouldn't think of it either way.
Yeah. But you can get away with quite a bit in those DM Powers moments. We do it all the time on Wednesday night's show, and we're going to try it out here, see how it goes. We don't do that very often. Diva is on. Well, she'll be here allegedly at 8:45.
Allegedly.
We'll see.
Everyone
See if we get a sighting.
That's not true.
Yeah. Give her all the crap. Give her all the DM Powers now, so when she gets back, she'll just nuke it. Don't do that.
Oh, God.
I mean, whatever. Never mind. What am I doing? Okay. And yes. So at $50 you can do that. Every time we hit. Problem?
Trying to help. And
Nothing. Just
Every time we hit $100, something different will happen. It's not a bard song, as it says at the bottom. It will be, firstly, a monster. So a boss battle level monster for our party to have to overcome. At $200, we will do Turn the Tide, which allows our... No, that's not it. Yes, it is. No,
Yes,
that's
it
a
is.
token. It's not.
It's
Broaden Horizons.
yeah.
So Broaden Horizons allows our players to create new things that are true within the universe. So they can plant something in a city that they may end up at. They can create NPCs that they can meet later who can help them do certain things. Any sort of situational or object or character, anything, they just inject it. It is now true. Y'all have been very creative with those, which has been a lot of fun for me to start to reinforce those within the story.
Oh, level 1 hype.
Woo! Brevethian's like, boss battle, eh?
I like that.
It's a smaller train, but it's still fun.
It's a choo-choo. I'm a one-up truth. And at $300, catastrophe occurs. Big, bad, scary, awful, terrible, terrible, terrible things happen.
Dogs and cats living together.
And now
story.
we can introduce ourselves.
Hey.
Hooray!
We
I'm
want to
Danny.
tell them about the incentives first.
Oh my God! You're rude. I'm Danny. I'm your DM. I am. Ooh, great. Doing great.
We all die tonight. It's super great.
All right, cool.
Hi, I'm Haley. I play Captain Orstone. Tiefling, rogue, warlock.
Wow.
Hello, my name is Nitsage, played by me, Justin. And Nitsage is a Quailier wizard. He has a heart beast named Hailstorm, who is a half horse, half dragon, little animal dude. And he likes getting into trouble. Thank you.
Yes. I am Ryan. I am playing Andre. That was
on.
weird. Yes, I am a gnome. I'm a death cleric, and other adjectives.
We are on it tonight.
This is gonna be an interesting.
So,
Tip now for what adjectives you'd like Ryan to be. You know what? Deadly Nightshade. This is $400 Ryan Bard song.
Oh.
You know what?
yeah.
$400 table Bard song.
Let's do that. We'll do
We
that.
hit 400 tonight. We will do a full Bard song, and I'm gonna drag
$500 Ryan does a Bard song.
$500 Ryan will do it by himself. $400 you also have to come over here. All right?
Wow.
Valen, no, I wish I had
sing.
been drinking. I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, we're all
I
pretty
wish
tired.
I wish I was drunk.
Oh, that's-
Whoa.
What
Okay.
the fuck? We're at the end of the brochure. Thank you very much.
Bro.
Thanks for the donation. Oh my Lanta.
Dude, he just took us to
Brosville.
Gainesville.
Oh.
That's what bros do. They go to Gainesville.
Okay. Well, I guess we know something's happening.
Monster out
There's
the
a,
gate.
there's a fight happening.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
gonna
very
suck.
much
Yeah,
for the
thank you
donation.
so much.
First of all, thank you so
Holy
much.
cow.
Thank you.
Two very too
Holy
kind.
capoly.
What's the next thing?
Next thing is Broaden Horizons. Thank you very much for that. And everything that you do, tip and donate, all your subs, all that stuff goes directly back into the studio. And it especially helps us right now because we're at a point where, with all of our construction, we're setting up all of our rooms. We could definitely use the assistance. So thank you very, very much. But it all does go back in here to equipment, to space, to rent. So please and thank you, and we appreciate it. Tell your friends. That'd be great. I'm not desperate. Let's see. Monsters. I was prepared to do this so early.
We're just thankful we get to play.
Oh,
Well,
yay.
I have reroll counts and blessings and all that stuff. So we have 1 reroll.
Okay.
We have a group blessing. Andre has 5 blessings.
What?
You heard me.
Wow.
Starheart has 3. Aura has 6. Nithich has 2. You weren't around when we got
Which
like, a
is
lot of
to
them.
Well, okay.
Andre
then.
has Aura. You have how many? Sorry.
6.
6. Fuck. Cool. I have nothing, right? No rerolls, no nothing.
Don't track your stuff.
All right.
We gotta start using these rerolls and stuff.
I know. We got 1 reroll.
So we got
But we have a lot of
one group
blessings.
reroll?
A lot of
Okay.
blessings. We have
All right.
1 reroll, 1 group blessing.
All right.
You're keeping track of that.
Yeah, I got it. Everything's great. We're gonna need rerolls because apparently we're in jail.
So currently our party is split up, which rarely happens. That's pretty fun. At least with these guys. Anyway, you guys tend to stick together. So 2 weeks ago, so this is Aura, Bubo, Andre. I believe Bubo was with you, no? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Aura,
Starheart was
Bubo,
definitely
Andre,
with us too.
Starheart,
Yep.
and
And
their companions Jeb, Durek, and Zheng have all been arrested. So you went to foil this this dastardly plot to take all of these rare and magical creatures that have been basically stowed into a closet, soon to be delivered to some mysterious buyer. You busted out the animals, tried to sneak out
With them in
under
our cloaks.
various guises and disguises, and were busted at the door by Captain Stem Barrow and the entire city guard.
whoops.
But the nice thing is Stem is pretty level-headed. So when she met you all at that gate, at that door, she's assuming that there's more to it than meets the eye, because you're all walking around with the animals basically in your hands. Something's weird, but you're clearly the best lead that they have. So she, in no short terms, with her entire guard with blunderbusses pointing at all of you, just says, "You're coming with me." And the majority of you agree. Starheart, however, slightly tipsy because she's been sipping a bit while she's been doing anything, breathing. She's like, "You know what?" And she charges forward, and Stem, without missing a beat, just cold cocks her in the back of the head with a pistol. And in a very smooth motion, they just kind of scoop her up in a sack, sling her over her shoulder, and they march you all to the barracks, which are on the other side of Smith's Row, to the north part of the mountain of Gilborn. Meanwhile, last week, Nitsage had a sort of a solo mission. Well, not solo. You had friends, but you Nitsage had to go, and his ultimate goal is to seek assistance from the Eastern Kingdom of Aurel. Now, Aurel is host to the college, which is where Nitsage studied magic. So his former masters all reside there. And considering the fact that they're going up against a demigod and a demon and a bunch of other just nasties, now's the time to kind of bring in the big guns or see how these people can help. Unfortunately, he didn't quite make it directly there because the candle he used to travel was broken before he lit it, so he had to find another candle, which he hired some monk muscle to help him out, along with a very mysterious wizard named the Ordained.
Yes. It was amazing.
Great.
And yeah, so you were. Oh, Nitsage was also approached by a higher member of the Order of the Cult, and basically says, "You should join us. You're powerful. Clearly, you're interested in this kind of magic. Yikes! Come, like why not?" Nitsage blasted him with fire, and he sort of shrugged it off, and he's like, "We'll be waiting. We'll find you," kind of thing. So Nitsage is in a heap of trouble.
Classic.
Oh, yeah. Valen's like, "Yes, the community college."
Yes.
So we will be bouncing back and forth between the stories tonight because we're currently in two completely different places. So bear with us as we go from place to place. We will start with our heroes in the jail. So Aura, Bubo, Starheart, and Andre, you're all currently in your cells. You're or actually you're in a collective cell. They're treating you well. Like this is more of an overnight jail. This is a place where they might throw a visitor who maybe got drunk. It almost looks like a high-end Vegas like hotel security room. Like it's padded, it's comfortable, but you're definitely not going anywhere.
Right.
The walls are steel, but they're painted to look nice, that sort of thing. There's a couple windows, but they're unbreakable. You've been told that someone will be coming in soon to conduct an interview or two. But for the meantime, just stay put. You've all been sort of pacing around, looking for a way out, but not so aggressively because they seem to be handling things fairly respectfully.
Excuse me.
Is that the prison cough?
I got the prison cough down.
So Jeb is, when I came back from the dead,
Oh, right.
never thought I'd end up back in jail.
Back in jail.
Listen, we all live interesting lives, don't we?
It's true. I never thought I'd be back here either.
What?
I mean, hey, when you're a kid in Copperforge, there's not much, to do. Especially with my background.
I imagine lots of cats in bags for you. You just kind of. So yeah, Jeb is kind of walking around. Durek just looks very sullen. He dropped his guys the second y'all were busted, so like the big beaming face just melted away. Just, another failure.
What did they do with the animals?
They are currently being held in another secure room within this facility. They haven't told you where they are, but they have assured you that they are safe. They're being fed and watered and cleaned because some of them were in very dirty cages. So they're being tended to by local healers and that sort of thing. So they're like, don't worry about them. Like, we've got them, but you don't.
Did they take Doomerl again?
They did not.
Okay.
They understand what a heart beast is. So the second he spoke up and Doomerl, that was fine. So Doomerl is in here with you.
Yeah, well, at least they're safe.
Well, that's true. I mean, we have plenty of evidence that it wasn't us, but I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, it's really... Hopefully whoever is behind this doesn't have too much pull over the local police.
I never thought about that. This is Jung. Yeah, they wouldn't let me keep my whistle in here either. I don't know where they're keeping him. He's too big for the smaller buildings here, so I hope maybe he's in a stable or something. I hope I can find him soon.
I'm sure it'll be okay. Do you have any idea who would be behind this? Do we still have the ledger, or did they take that from us?
They didn't. They haven't gone back in yet. They surrounded you and brought you in. They didn't investigate the mines.
We took the ledger with us.
Oh, you
though.
took it with you?
Yeah.
Oh, then yes, then they definitely have it. My mistake.
Well, let's flip through that ledger and see if we can't find anything. Anything. Jeb, I mean, didn't you, you used to be on the darker side of the Steam Fangs, right?
Oh, you flatter me.
I know.
Yes, I did.
Well, maybe you can recognize some of the writing or any code that we could kind of discern.
Oh, sure. All right, let's see. What do I know? Well, this is definitely above ground. They're operating in the shadows. Mm-hmm. However, these are not people who live in them. Much like Quartz was saying, this is above his pay grade. This isn't Thieves' Cant, it's something else. I can't read it, but I can tell you it is a form of communication being used between some sort of up-and-uppers.
Interesting.
But I don't know it.
Does it look anything like the code of the note that was written to Quartz? Is it anything like that?
Yes, it is very similar, and very possibly in the same hand.
Okay.
It looks like there's probably at least one communicator behind all of these jobs, just from what you can understand. The door opens. Please, take a seat. Thank you. Pull up a cushion.
I see.
The entire room is just like one long bench with red cushions on it. So it's a square room facing in. He opens the door. It slams shut behind him. The whole thing is like, it's like a portcullis almost, but it's solid, like 2 feet thick of steel.
Wow.
I'm sorry to have to keep all of you here like this. It's not, decorum dictates that sort of thing. It's just rules. Just rules.
Of course.
Aura, when you sit down, something kind of like pumps up against your lower back. It's on the other side of the cushion.
I'll flip over the cushion and kind of feel my hand.
There's a small little pumpkin there.
Aww. All right. Well, we literally came into town yesterday.
Caused quite a ruckus.
You're welcome for fighting off the trolls, by the way.
Well, we do have to thank you for that. That's part of why you are all being treated, we want to take you at your word. But this sort of problem has been going on for some time now.
Well, perhaps we could help you figure out who's behind it. We do have a ledger.
May I?
Of course.
Thank you. He starts flipping through.
We found that in the mine with the animals.
Well, this is disheartening. Many of these animals are on the brink of extinction. And this is all a means of which to cook them.
Right. Well, people with expensive taste don't really understand or care for the word no.
And hence why you found us with so many animals. We didn't want to leave them there.
I can understand that sentiment, although we wish you would have come to the authorities first. We could have taken care of this directly. My understanding is that there was some sort of buyer who may now have bailed out of this situation because this job was botched. So now we cannot catch the culprit. Do you have any leads as to who might be involved in such a project?
You might want to go over to Quartz Hotel and start talking to the manager.
Mr. Quartz?
He seemed to be very paranoid about giving us any more information than he had.
Interesting. Thank you for that. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a little glowing blue stone. Quartz, please. Immediately.
Yikes.
Gently. Not too gently.
Be sure to search his Be sure to search his pockets also.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Search his pockets. Now, is there anything I can get any of you? A drink, a sandwich, something like that? We do want you to be comfortable. It's just until we have all the details, I can't have you running around.
No, of course not.
Is there something we could be helping you with during the investigation?
Well, if you have any other information besides Quartz, if you have some sort of idea, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm just saying if there's something we can be actively doing outside that might help more.
Well, not to offend, sir, but you going out and doing things is sort of what's gotten us into this mess. Now, I appreciate you found the animals, but this is a larger problem than one job, and now they may change up their tactics, making it harder to catch them.
That's fair. The original directions when Doomeril was taken into the mines was right, left, right. So that might lead somewhere. I'm not really sure where. Or if anything.
Got that?
So
Good.
wired. So wired.
I apologize. I have not introduced myself.
Right.
My name is Pin Diggler. I am the interrogator here in the Steam Things.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It is an absolute pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Again, my apologies for you having to be here, but I do hope you enjoy your stay in the jail. Now, what were all of your names? I'm afraid I haven't made quite a ledger yet.
I am Andre Monroth Cabe.
Andre Monroth. Cabe?
Cabe.
C or K?
C.
C, thank you.
Captain Aura Stone.
Say again?
Captain Aura Stone.
Hello, Captain. We may have something for you depending on the outcome of this situation.
The little one is Starheart.
Oh, we are sorry about her head. She may be out for some time.
It's
It
probably for the
happens.
best.
It's like a goose egg just sticking out the back of her head. Ooh. Starheart. No surname?
Yes. Ooh. What's her last name? It's, I know it. I just don't know right now.
In the meantime,
All right.
you, sir, with the glasses.
The glass.
And that one's Boobo.
Oh, he's not there. Fuck me. Good morning, everybody.
I'm somewhere else.
You're not here. I can see through time. Boo was just, yeah, boo. Boo. Well, I'll be back in just a moment. I'll be back with refreshments, water, that sort of thing. Yes, our new guest should be arriving shortly.
New guest.
Enjoy your time.
Could I have rolled an insight check for when he was like, oh, yeah. He was like, oh, we might have something for you. Aw. Insight check. Natural 20.
What were you trying to see?
If the,
time.
if the we might have something for you is a bad thing or a good thing.
He's not sure himself.
Ooh.
He's just he spoke true. They clearly have something that belongs to you, but they don't.
Oh.
They don't know much about it.
Okay.
In the meantime, because Brevethian has been very patient, you look around the room, and there are various, like, it is a very ornate prison again. Like the walls are painted red, the cushions are red. It's all dark stained wood. Lots of like the molding like goes up into a curled violin gold shape at the top. Like this is a place like you would want to rent this as a hotel room for a party.
Right.
This is like Eagleton Jail from Parks and Rec. where
Absolutely.
It's just like super nice. You get a gift bag.
There are busts and there are like various other items just across. And at the very back of the room, there is a full-sized statue.
Oh dear.
And it doesn't look like it matches the rest of the decor of this place. As you get a little bit closer to it, as you start to see it, it is clearly the sculpture of a human being, which in a dwarven capital city seems a little odd. Not that they have bad relations with humanity, but they are very keen on boasting themselves. They're proud people.
Right.
You also notice around its neck, there's just like a little sort of just like dog tag label hanging off the end of it. And it's scritched in a very familiar looking handwriting to the ledger. It just says, "Stop meddling." And you hear, and the statue comes to life and starts trying to attack you all.
Oh.
Roll for initiative.
Did they take our stuff? Did they
Yes.
confiscate our stuff?
They
Okay.
sure did.
And we probably didn't take a long rest since last.
Sure didn't.
Cool.
I mean, I had, because when we came out, we just had animals, so I would have sent my fates away. So technically, would I be able to summon it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can summon something. No problem.
Okay, that's what I got then.
All right. So what have we got?
13.
Incoming CP.
I know. Two of this party is asleep, so.
Oh no. Oh no.
One is far away.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, right.
I feel like
Initiative.
disturbance
11.
in the force.
11.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll roll for Boo-Bo. Okay.
What to do?
It's, I know. I
Not
can't believe
Iron
it.
Horse.
It's Flintborn.
Flintborn.
I knew. I just wanted to watch you sweat.
Awful.
I think I've looked for it in my notes before too. I just never thought to write it down. I don't need this information.
It's only for Starheart.
All right, Aura, you have first dibs.
Alrighty.
Yay.
Okay. It's just the statue's coming to life and starting to attack us. Okay. I'm gonna cast haste on myself. And then I'm gonna yell out the door. Be like, Diggler! Diggler, what is this thing? And then
Ah, crap.
and then I'm gonna hit it. Can I hit it with a Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Okay. Atlanta. Hey, stay in the box. Okay. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. Does hit.
Okay. Just 10 points of force damage.
Force damage. Okay.
And that is my turn.
Cool. Andre, it's your turn.
Right. I will, seeing this happen, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. He needs to make a dexterity save at 15.
Yes, 25 for a character drop.
Yes, he passed.
Damn it. Well. Well. Next time.
Do you still have the ticker, Art?
What?
The ticker?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Never, oh, I
It's
see.
wrong, except for the $50 one.
Got it. Check. So that was a miss.
Very much so.
All right.
For bonus action, I'm just gonna cast my spiritual weapon.
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
I just won't be able to attack with it.
Sweet.
So it's there. Okay,
Bubo has been left with some of his personal effects, like none of his weapons. So he still has his portrait. And he's just like, well, throws the portrait at the statue and is like,
Go
starts
mimic.
biting at it.
Go, we go. It's
Only
awesome.
it's be a mimic attack. The mimic kind of like sticks like a pizza slice against the wall and slides down a bit, but hasn't. The teeth haven't done anything yet.
Hilarious.
And it is now the statue's turn. La, 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 la. Oh! It's going to cast. Oh, snap.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Everyone, please make a Constitution saving
My
throw.
Lanta. Constitution save.
Bubo passes.
Ooh, 9. That's not great.
It's not.
I'm gonna add a blessing to that.
Hooray.
16 for Ryan.
16.
Okay, that's better. 13. 14. Oh, that might not be enough. I might have to add another blessing. Yeah, I'm gonna add a second blessing on that. Double blessings. Okay, that's good. So much math. Math. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, dirty 20.
Okay, so anyone who got below 15 will be taking 24 cold damage as a little like hole in this thing's chest opens up and just cone of cold.
If they succeeded, no damage or half.
Let's see, half as much damage, so 12 for the rest of you.
12.
Damage. How does that work with my I don't get cold very easily thing?
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, not
Yeah.
half of half. No?
You're
Okay,
perfectly fine.
cool.
Yeah, I forgot. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yay, Rickety Cat, thank you for the sub.
Thanks for the sub.
Are you in jail again? Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Wait, when were we in jail before?
Hooray.
Rickety cat. Got 15 months. What's that?
15 months, you say? A baby giraffe.
You're not gonna be right.
Eat all.
We are back up to you, Aura.
Okie dokie. Okay.
12 points of cold damage.
Ow!
I am going
That's
to
cold, man.
It was 24. You succeeded.
use my
good, that's
action to summon the fates, and then no one is really around this thing, right? No one's in
No,
melee
it's like
with it.
this building, this room is shaped like a long hallway. It's at the end of the hallway, moving its way towards you all.
Oh, okay. So, maybe I should. Actually, I'm not going to summon it just yet. I'll just take 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. Yeah. Oh, one is a natural 20! And the other one is a natural 19 for a 26. Okay.
Sweet. These will both hit.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
gosh.
And, Savage attack. Oh, yeah. That's 20 points. 20 points of force damage.
What's gonna do?
Yeah.
Sorry, how many?
20!
Oh, snap. All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Andre, it's up to you.
And then I'll yell again, Digger!
I'm putting the cucumber in the water. I'll be right there.
Well, that's not bad. Nope, that's a second level spell, and I'm out of those. Great.
It's all cantrips, baby.
No, I've got third.
Yeah,
I can do it.
You got this.
You got this. Oh, I didn't double my dice. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
Oh, no.
Well, it was a 10, so that would have been 20 for the first hit. So 30 total. Right, critical. I never get critical. That's exciting.
I don't think
did
that's
a
true.
thing.
I distinctly remember several.
Do we have rerolls?
Yeah, we have one. Take it. Take it.
Because that was a natural.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We have blessings also.
That's true, but I don't think a D6 would have helped on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, no.
That's much better.
Good.
17.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Awesome. I cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Dang. You also have your sacred weapon, right?
I do, yeah, it'll be another attack. So,
F.
66.
66.
1. 7.
You said cucumber.
You did.
19 points of radiant damage.
Wow, nice.
Okay.
And that was guiding bolt.
And that's from a spell.
Yeah.
Somebody better check and see if the spells are working.
It does chip away, but you see a lot of it is sort of like it falls flat against the surface of this.
Okay.
Have
I
the
see what
Eldritch
this
Blast
is.
when doing that also, where it's like
Another magic ball.
not as much damage. Oh, rude.
And then my spiritual weapon does a natural 20.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you. It's a D8. Oh my god. That's 5 points of damage with the critical.
What?
I got a 1.
Buddy.
And it was what type of damage?
It's force.
All right. Fine. Wait, this is a weapon, right?
Yes.
You're fine.
It's a
There's a lot of
holy
nat
weapon.
20s. Boom.
But they're not doing anything. Oh my
They're
god.
not natural ones.
Oh, thank you.
Bubo is going to. Oh, hey, he's got druid things now. I forgot. So he walks up to it, just kind of walks up, peels off the mimic, flings it away, and then produces flame at it.
Yeah, that. He should do that.
It's. Some damage, and then half of that.
I better start doing things with
I
melee.
know.
Right?
Shipping them apart.
I didn't want to get the clothes, but I guess now I have to.
Unless you can get Deglar in here.
Daglar! Daglar!
Not a Deglar!
Not a Daglar. Oh no. What was that face for?
Nothing.
Goodness. Great poker face, Danny.
Oh, I'm great. I'm real good at that. I need a taller DM screen.
Just when we
I need to
can't
be able
even
to
see you.
open and close it like a confessional.
It's just your
Like the
eyes.
Wizard of Oz guy?
Right? It's just this.
Brevethian, what are the limitations on character drop? So for the $25 character drops, it's basically describe it and then I'll stat it for the fight. For the big monsters, those are like formidable boss monsters, but they can also just be characters. Okay, you're on it.
Okay, right then. Okay then.
Oh,
Stabby the
the
sensitive,
sensitive.
your new ordinary cellmate was just woken up by all the commotion, lashing out at the loudest object in the room at any given moment.
Oh. So he's just chaotic in his.
Oh boy.
that's hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
That'll do. That'll do.
Thank you.
Atlanta.
The statue just
Shit.
please make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not gonna pull your finger.
I think I wrote myself.
9.
9.
Blessings? You want some blessings?
I would use
So
some bless.
many.
I've used one of mine.
So many.
Hey, it's a 6.
Okay.
No, it's a 9. 15, 16. 16.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Still 4 more.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh dear.
Valen asks, what are they fighting? What are you guys fighting?
Like a
Golem? Or something. No.
It's like it's a
It's a statue.
statue, but it fires cold damage.
And it also is resistant to magic attacks.
Yeah.
Hi.
34 necrotic damage, please.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay.
So you just feel. Oh, sorry. You saved.
Yeah.
Yes, you saved. Sorry, you saved.
Half 34, please.
17.
Thank you.
Wait, that's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Because that would have been me on 1 hit point.
Yeah, so it just.
Why? Oh no,
And
buddy.
it's just like the eyes just flash red for a second, and the air around the finger pulses. boom, and you're just like, yeah, it's just, you can feel your cells screaming. You can feel your organs trying to crawl out of your body away from this pain.
So he's pooping himself.
Pooping himself.
I had a nickel.
Someone just get a little bit of sleep in this place.
Uh-oh.
So from underneath one of the benches, this guy like commando crawls out with 2 knives.
Where do you come from? They thought they could take my weapons.
They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They really tried. They couldn't do it.
He jumps at the statue and just doom doom. 2 attacks.
Bro got it.
Look at it.
Oh, maybe.
Did he though?
Jeez.
I feel like they fought something like this on Critical.
Oh, like when they were in the fun ball?
Oh, the happy fun ball.
The happy fun ball.
How far are we away from Ryan's points now? Will? 300 no, 400 and something.
Because we said 500
Yes.
for Ryan Bart.
Yes. At 400, the whole table sings. At 500, Ryan sings all by himself. What fun! Oh, it's up there. It's like, wait. I don't know. Hey, Kirk and Corey. Hi, friends. Hooray! So Stabby has taken his turn. And he has dug deep into this thing, like to the point where he's not sure if he can get his knives out. They're almost into the hills.
Nice.
Did he do
Who's
more
dangling?
damage than we were doing with our spells?
Yes,
Interesting.
but mostly because of flanking.
Okay.
Oh, I
That's
see.
fair. That's fair. Okay.
Back up to you, Laura.
Okay. Now I will summon the fates, and then I'm gonna go. So if I flank this thing, would I have advantage on my rolls with stabby stabbersons?
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
Bubo's right there.
Okay. So I would do attack, second attack, thirsting blow attack.
give
So
it a
3
shot.
attacks. Okay. So first one. Not great. Pretty sure that's gonna miss for the first one. Oh, I have a plus 11. That's nice.
Do you want me to get a mini out?
I mean, what?
15 to hit on the first one.
That will hit.
Okay.
Thank you for the sub, Kirk and Corey. Marvelous 14 months.
14 months.
14 months. Here, you find what 14 months is. Oh, there's one right there. There's one right there. Right there.
14 months.
Second hit is 19.
That will also hit.
Okay. And then third hit is, 27 to hit. Yeah. Okay, so I need a D8.
Hey, stick on day games. I like the decorations. Never nice. I'm hoping that was very nice. But thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Never done.
Welcome to Perception Studio. This is one of many shows that we have here. This might be a good time while we're calculating. We can show a reel. Since you're new here, we can kind of show you what we do.
Corey, 14 months is a baby camel.
Baby Camel! Let's do it.
And we are Perception Studio.
Wild turkey that hungers for blood.
Hey,
How goes Dandy? Hi, I'm Haley.
and I'm Andrew.
Fuck you. Yes, I'm kind as shit.
The room begins to fill with a bunch of cola. Our heroes begin to drown.
What my favorite movie of each year was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm totally fine if I get crushed by a giant dragon schlong. If that's how I'm gonna go, then like that's a way to go.
I believe you. I say, tickle this, bitch, and I take.
We'll send a feel you later.
That was almost good.
The donors have $200 in overprice. Look under your seats because everybody gets a reroll. So you get a reroll. You get a reroll. You get a reroll.
I hate it so much. And people are like, no.
You know, sexual stuff. But we're just a little more grounded. So your progression is in the sky.
Get in here. Get in the brain.
I gotta stop squeezing. I gotta scoot your fucking chair over.
Is that better?
No, go away. Oh, jeez.
Hooray! Sorry, Professor, you haven't been here in a while. Also, Stick On to Games. That was just like a little clip of a bunch of the shows that we do here from time to time. Well, regularly, most of those. So this is every Tuesday night. We play Sans Legacy here in the tavern. Tomorrow night, we'll have Perception Check, which is another live play D&D show with our felted friends that you saw. That's Chunk, Cucumber, Brian, and Willow. DM'd by that filler over there, just Mr. Rain. And then Cinephilia is our movie talk show where we go a little bit in depth about, you know, the behind the scenes, interests, all that stuff. The topics change from episode to episode, but it's really nice, thoughtful, engaging conversation between between Art and Will and the chat. So it's a lot of fun. And then soon, you saw Lightbot on the table there. That is 1:45. That will be returning February 17th.
Yes.
Monday night after Cinephilia. And and then at the end of this month, we'll be doing a studio day. We hadn't actually talked about it. I posted it in the Discord, but I haven't said it out loud yet. So we'll be doing a studio day. We'll have 2 tabletop RPGs, kind of bookending the night. We'll do one at the beginning of the day, and we'll do one in the evening. Probably going to end with a game called Fiasco, which is fun, and I've been waiting to play it for a very long time. And we'll do a board game. We are gonna try our hand at some improv. We're gonna bring some of our friends from Second City over, and they're gonna play with Chunk and Cucumber. We're gonna do, I think that's everything. No, we're also gonna do some Twitch things. So it'll be a fun day-long thing. It'll be good. So anywho, that's a bunch of stuff that we're up to.
Yes.
The DM wrestling show began. I hope you mean the Danny Montooth wrestling show.
I'll take you on.
Hooray! Yay. You don't have to spam the, but she's coming.
She's on her way. She's on her way.
Cool. Great. And you did how much damage?
31 points of damage.
Okay. So that last little stabby stab in there cracks it right in that hole where the ice breath had come out of.
Yeah.
And it just shatters and falls down, just leaving the tag kind of fluttering. You're a hammer. Do you know that?
I figured out how to use like all the. I figured out like how to get my like sneak attack and like all the things.
This thing is dangerous as hell. I'm gonna use it again someday. I'm a fan.
You're a fan of the Mage Golem?
Nope. Nope. Nobody know.
Dang it.
The door swings open. I got your water.
Thanks.
You look really thirsty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Snatch the water. What is that?
Stabby is like prying his knives out with people yelling. I just wanted to be quiet.
Calm down.
You see, oh no. Pin just like looks at Stabby and just goes,
And then he just goes,
bam, against the back wall and crumples. Sorry about that unpleasantness. We'll take care of him immediately. Thank you for that. Boys. 2 guards just walk in, pull out Stabby. It's just,
It's really all right. He was helping.
It's just. Oh, I'm sorry. You see, he sort of got left behind. He was meant to go to one of the more unpleasant places here. He stowed away, apparently. We couldn't find him until now, so thank you. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? And why was it in our cell?
I don't know.
It's got a lovely death threat note on there as well. Sorry. A little tense.
He picks up the tag. Oh. Well, that's unpleasant. I don't know what to make. It does look familiar, though, no?
Does it?
It does.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like the ledger. Well, apparently they don't want you interfering.
Well,
Do you know when this
not
was
their
delivered
lucrative
here?
Business.
Oh, well, it must have been earlier today. I don't usually go to the far end of the room. I'm more of a receptionist type.
Who would have made deliveries today? There must be a log.
Well, we have people coming in and out at any given day. We borrow some of the staff from Quartz. We borrow some of the staff from... Speaking of... Quartz is just being dragged in.
Ugh.
Hey, come on. Oh, God. Come on. Hi there, friends.
Well, hello.
Hello.
You know, you were the last person we talked to before heading to the mines, and then when we left the mines, we were being arrested.
That's a strange
So
coincidence.
such a weird coincidence, don't you think, Quartz?
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing. Listen, can I not be interrogated in a room with these people? We have something of a past.
No, we're gonna help them. Bring out your honesty.
I think it's about time that everyone has a seat. Pin is like, again, all smiles and friendliness, but no nonsense. And unlike, so he is gnomish. Actually, he is not a dwarf. He has been hired for this position. But while he's setting you all up for planning, we're going to cut over to Nitsage. Didn't forget about you, buddy. Sorry about that.
Me.
You have a bit of a rough landing from using your candle, because there are so many protections on the castle in which the college resides that because you were thinking of the college itself, and the college itself didn't want you inside from traveling magically, you got bounced off and you kind of hit the cobblestones on the outside of the wall.
Okay.
But people collected you. Some people recognize you. Many gnomes, but also people from all around the world. There are even some. There's some orcs here. There are some dwarves here. Humans, halflings, everybody just bustling in and out in various robes for various fields of study.
What time of day? What's the temperature like? What's the surroundings?
It's still evening, because you haven't traveled that much further east. But the temperature is 70-something degrees. It's not too bad out.
Pleasant.
Yeah. But yeah, you're welcomed in. People give you some water, some food. This sort of thing happens all the time.
Oh, thank you. Just a little more, please. Don't.
I'm sorry. Well, if it isn't Nitsich Osip. You see this old-looking gnome, like ancient-looking, like his knuckles just look like a bunch of like balls, like glued together.
Is it Garbon?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
It is one of your old masters. His name is Ebelforth.
Ebel?
Ebelforth, yeah. Ebbleforth.
Ebelforth.
And you know him to deal in more like natural arcane magics. Like he's the sort of guy who kind of mess with plants, mess with the water, mess with the air. Doesn't tend to deal with people, but you and he got along very early on in your study because you were a bit shyer, and so was he.
Okay.
It's been a long time, my boy.
Oh yeah. Yes. Hello. Hello, Ebelforth. Oh, excuse me. What a trip. Yes. I need to. Is Garbon here? Is he available?
Oh no, unfortunately Garbon passed away some 2 years ago.
But he just sent me to deal with. I'm right. That's my Master Garbon in my notes is the guy who sent me to go and investigate Ralphal, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. So then it would have been weeks ago as opposed to years ago.
Copy
My
that.
mistake. He is dead.
How devastating.
Yes, I do.
I know you and your old master were close.
Yes, I'll revisit that soon. Listen, I need help and lots of it.
You're looking to learn something, you've come to the right place.
Of course. I think I need to have a meeting with the rest of the professors.
Oh, right.
Yes, like that kind of situation.
That's something amazing. It doesn't take very long at all. These masters are very rarely teach anymore. They're so high up. They just they wander around, make sure people are doing well. If they see talent, they'll go and explore. So you find yourself led by Ebelforth into a room with 5 other masters. You recognize all of them. Some of them were at lower levels of teaching when you were here, when you were younger. So there's Master Greenjib, Master Brahan, Mistress Shale, Mistress Eries, and Mistress Reel. And all of them have various specifics that they do. So Greenjib is all about transmutation. Brahan is, he's a very young-looking, tall-looking gnome. Very attractive, but you know him. He's a gnomish warlock who made a pact with a demon of lust.
Greyhan?
Brahan, Brayhan. So his whole deal is, his ability is basically any magical being that he lies with, he gains their magical knowledge. So he is this sort of just, he's kind of gross, but he's very effective, and he's been around a long time.
Demon of lust?
Yeah, so he knows just about everything, every school of magic, because, he's done it.
Is his first name Harvey Brahan? Sorry, gross. Ew.
Mistress Shale, she's an abjurer, so her specialty is banishment, protection, and shielding. Mistress Eries is a summoner, so she's skilled in summoning everything. And her specialty, the one thing that she studies, is capturing those spirits, those things that she summons in a more permanent capacity.
What's her name again?
Eries, E-R-I-E-S.
So one sends them away, one brings them back.
But her focus, her life's work is finding ways to keep them on this plane permanently. And she has mastered it, but she doesn't reveal how. Mistress Real is, she's a diviner. So she can see the future, but she is a nervous wreck because she rarely knows what time she's in.
Mistress Eel?
Real.
Beal? And she's divination?
Yes.
Probably be pretty close with her.
Yeah, you would have taken her classes, but
Yeah.
you would know her as testing patience for a lot of people just because she is living through various realities all at once.
No, of course.
But yeah, so they're all sitting in these sort of high stone chairs around you. Some like runners going along either side, and there's a sort of podium for you to stand at, as this is now an official summoning of the masters.
And where are we?
You're in the heart of the College of Arl, so you're in the Eastern Kingdoms.
Okay.
So it's as far east as you can go.
But
It's on the edge of the coast.
Enclosed room.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's a large. It's like a hall basically.
Copy
It's
that.
dedicated to these moments.
Yeah.
These are also trials for when students come in and have to like show what they've learned. You
Yeah.
have to do it individually in front of the masters.
Pretty gaudy, like very.
Very unadorned outside of the chairs.
okay.
It's just to keep it comfortable.
Gotcha.
Because there are still shelves behind them of various like apparatus and books and things.
Okay.
Everything here seems to be functional, not necessarily.
Fair enough.
They're not there to show off.
Excellent. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Masters and mistresses, I have requested for you all to be here at this meeting. It's been some time since I've been here at the college. I'm sorry, I didn't know that Master Gabon recently passed away.
Yes, very sad, very, very sad.
Yes, he was the closest thing I had to a master, a professor, even a father. Anyway,
I believe we met your father, didn't we? Big lad.
I'm sure
Strong
you,
lad.
I'm sure you have. He likes to throw his weight around a bit.
Oh, indeed. We had to fix the mirrors.
But this decides the point. The bigger issue is recently a deity not of this world has come into contact with the world we know of. His name is Kelrek.
Mr. Shale just bolt upright.
Go on.
Kelrek, as you know, is the son of Clot.
One of them? Yes.
Yes, of course. He has been released into our world.
And how did that happen?
A series
Nitzig
of unfortunate events. I assure you.
Mistress Real!
She's like, huh, what? She, it's like she wakes up. She's been watching you the whole time, but this is the first time she sees you. And she's like,
Right.
and she scurries off of her chair and like puts her shoulder on you.
Oh, yes, the boys. He did it.
How did you even...
He's been touched by the Dark One. Well, one of the Dark Ones. Lesser Dark One, but the worst of the lesser.
Thank you, Mistress Shale.
Oh, it was Mr. Shale sent Mistress
Real,
Real.
excuse me. Mistress Real, thank you. I cannot wait to learn your tendencies. At any rate, he is released. He is here. One of his shadow demons, Thal Alhoun, has merged with a orc chieftain named Kaluk.
Mistress Ares just kind of pinches her nose.
How? How did you allow this to happen? If you had this knowledge, why did you not come to us sooner? And if you released him, why did you not come to us sooner?
Right. Things were gaining a bit of momentum, and I didn't know much about how to
How to make deals with devils?
Kelrek.
With gods?
Right, but we're hoping that the destruction of Copperforge on Thal Alhoun and...
Was that you too?
There's no lying about this with the amazing Mistress Real here, but yes, it was us. But we were contacted by Hortiel himself, and
So you sold to him too, did you?
No, what?
As long as you're making pacts with gods, I just want to make sure.
Well, he did give us a gift, but again, besides the point, we are dealing with things that we cannot comprehend. Humans make mistakes. We make mistakes.
You're an elf.
Beings on this world make mistakes. Sahlen knows that.
He knows everything. That's a given.
Well, Hortiel does too, and he seemed to be fine with Copperforge being blown to smithereens. Anyway, I brought you here to... We need help. We need to find a way to put Kelrek back into prison, back into the captured book that he once was, or anything else. Hortiel has already informed us that there is a specific tree in the Steam Fangs. But other than that, we know little about what can be done about in capturing him.
I see. So you would have us be soldiers for you? To cover up your mistake?
Listen, I didn't know what else to do. I had to abandon my friends. I didn't know what else to do.
Oh, everyone, just calm them both down. Everyone just calm down. He's come to us for help. He's one of our students. You're one of our children.
Who's speaking now?
This is Ebelforth again.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know what he's done. Kelrek is, of course, the most subversive of all of the demigods. He probably tricked the poor boy. He's not the brightest. You all had him in class. However, I believe Nitsuj is ultimately a good person.
He points at you with this like sausage of a finger. It's like this big. Master Greenjib, the young, tall, like little sexy gnome.
What?
He slides down off of his chair. So you've made a pact with a god?
What did he give you?
He gave me the
power of resurrection.
I want to know what that
tastes
like. I don't know how it tastes, but it feels amazing. I mean, once you have the power to revive life... But quite.
My chambers are always open.
Thank you so much.
Happy to advise. If anything, I could just, take it off your hands.
This is Greenjib or Brayhan?
This is Greenjib.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Brayhan. You're right.
Thank you, Master Brayhan. Yes, out of all of us, you would definitely know the powers and temptations of making a deal with the demon, and he's on the court.
I did it responsibly.
How is that responsible?
Well, the demon gets plenty out of it, and so do I.
Yikes.
He gets a portion of all the magic that I pull, but I keep him in tow with the assistance of Mistress Shale.
That's fair.
We keep the demons in check. We do not make pacts with gods.
Well,
or demigods.
I
Fair.
figured that that resurrection was one of the most powerful spells you could have over life itself, and I needed that. I wanted that, and it's the power. We all have studied spells and different things for the power and the help that it can give. I just wanted to help.
I believe you. I think we all, in our own ways, believe you.
But this is a large mess to clean up. I think that Mistress Iris, if you can get over your anger, and Mistress Shale, if you get over your anger, they could assist you in at least holding the damn thing down long enough to do something about it. I'd be willing to grant them leave if they're willing to go.
I don't have anything to offer except he is out there and he knows that I am coming for him, so to speak. Maybe not as aggressive, but he knows. We are linked.
Oh,
Lovely. And you brought yourself here.
wonderful.
Well, anything I do, apart from killing myself, he's going to know about.
No, we don't want that. None of us do. Mistress Shale, Mistress Ares, you will go with Nitzig. You will take some of your finest students, and you will meet his party in the Steam Fangs.
And you will help
with whatever this tree business is. You will come back here when the job is done, and Nitzig, we shall cleanse your soul afterward.
Cleanse, like, get rid of my resurrection power?
See,
Master Green Jib.
The actual Master Green Jib this time. Yes, my boy. Yes, we would like to get rid of that for you. As long as you have that power, he has power over you. You must break the deal. Even containing him means you're still connected. We have to purge him from your very being.
But I've already helped so many people.
Have you not? Tell that to the Copperforgians. And how many you brought up? How many stayed down? You're not the first one to fall to Kelrick. You won't be the last. But you are the current, and you are the prescient and pressing problem right now. Like I said, we will help you. But we will also save you, regardless of your opinion on the subject.
Yes, masters.
Very good. Now, is there anyone you need to be presently?
I'm sure my friends, we don't stay peaceful for long. I'm sure they need some sort of help.
Steam Fangs, then?
Yes. Before we go, I'm always still willing to learn new things. Is there any type of Okay, so here's the thing. I recently had help in the city of
Gilborn?
Gilborn, thank you. Gilborn, and a very powerful mage helped me out and gave me another black candle to get back here. And I kind of gave him away a very important artifact that I picked up, and I wanted to know if you had any lying around. It was a blank leather book that any spell that I needed would show up on the pages.
Master Oblforth, he's got this very wispy beard and he's been curling it, and the second you finish your sentence, he just pulls it out.
Oh! That book has been lost for centuries. You found it. You lost it. You gave it away.
That's right. I didn't lose it. I gave it away. I know exactly where it is.
Who has it?
The Ordained from Gilborn.
Oh, the Ordained. upperclassman. We remember him. He dropped out of our school and went to the other one.
Yes. I have a stone of sending. I could probably contact him and get it back. I just thought it was the nice thing to do. He looked at it and we were like, oh, look what I have. And he was very like, oh.
Oh, yes. You show me yours, I'll show you mine of magic. We've all been there, boy. But however, it is undone. It can never be made again. It was not made by mortal hands. That is the only of its kind.
Okay. Just wondering. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we can get that back.
Gilborn wanted you to have this.
And Elboforth reaches, Garbon, pulls out this little pendant. Looks like a shield with some scalloping around the edges and a way for it to lace. It could either be like a belt buckle or a pendant. It's hard to tell, and just chucks it to you.
Drop it. What is this? Do I recognize what it is? What it was used for by him?
You know that he particularly tinkered in boons. So his whole thing is he would create things that you would touch, it would charge you up, or it could make a sword stronger, something burn brighter.
Like an enchantment?
Yeah. So it's an enchantment thing, but this was something that you would see him walk away with to his private study, and you could hear like tinkering and magic sounds, that sort of thing, but you don't know what it is when it's magic sounds. And yeah, so you're not sure, but you know it's something that he made by hand, and it was most likely his life's work.
He made this by hand.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, Garbon made this for you. Or he made this.
So I gave away a powerful artifact and kind of wish I had it back. Can I have another?
Classic Nitsage. You said it was it's a shield?
It's shield shaped. It's circular, and it kind of it bows inward on the end. It looks like a miniature shield. It fits in the palm of your hand. It's pretty dense. It's made of metal, copper yellow in color, bronze sort of brushed. No runes or anything. It's very plain looking. It's very inconspicuous by design.
Yeah, and I can attach it to my.
Yeah, you could loop it onto like a bag strap onto your belt. You could put it kind of anywhere if you like.
Yeah. Okay. I want to put it on my belt going around my. I'll loop it on there and tie it on my belt. Thank you so much.
Any other business
At the college while you're still here?
young man?
Well, I guess not young
Man, you're probably older than me.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. If you have any free health potions, I think it'd be nice for the coming travels.
Those are for
the needy, young man. You can clearly fend for yourself.
Oh, okay.
We'll send you back to the Steamfangs presently. Mistress Sale and Mistress Eris will be along within the next day or so to aid you. They need to collect their students first.
Thank you very much, Master Aberforth.
You just see him just like, all of them are just like.
I understand. Sorry. Thank you.
All right, Mistress Shale. Mistress Shale just goes, and the college disappears, and you pop up in a jail cell, surrounded by your friends.
Oh, welcome back.
Well, hello.
Oh, hey. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Do I need to hurt this man?
No. He's a friend.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe some of that cucumber water, though.
Oh, of course.
Nice of you to come back after running off.
And I look around that we're in a jail, and I go, I knew it.
It's not what you think, actually.
I'm sure it's not. Listen, I'm very sorry I had to run. I went to the college. We're getting help. We're getting help from some of the professors there for the Kelrek matter.
You didn't happen to talk to a lawyer while you were there, did you?
No.
All right.
Why are we in jail?
We're innocent, if that helps.
I'm not, but there's nothing much I can do about it.
It's Jed.
That's Quark.
Oh, that's Quartz.
Quartz. Oh, sorry.
I'm,
Quartz?
Hi. Huh.
Hi. My name is Nitsage Alsop. Pleased to meet. Yeah.
Howdy.
We believe he's the reason we're here.
Well, I'm part of the reason you're here. Listen, I just wanted to sell booze and make a little extra money on the top. I didn't know what was happening to the animals. They just said, deliver them here at this time. Ha!
What animals?
Get some gold.
Yes.
What's happening?
There's been a smuggling ring under the city, and we discovered it and got our hands dirty.
What happened to the trolls? Did we defeat the trolls?
We did defeat the trolls, along with Morthos and his band.
Who?
Morthos and his band. He was a tiefling troublemaker.
Bard.
Oh.
There was a bard band. You missed a lot, actually.
Yes. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, we've tried to free these animals that were captive, and Captain Barrow believed that we were the ones kidnapping said animals.
Were you?
No!
Were you?
No! We just got here.
Were we?
Starheart gave us that look. She said, Laura, we have to free the animals, and we can't not do that, especially when Starheart has that look on her face.
Right.
So we tried to.
Why is she face down right now?
Oh, that. Well, she tried to run when the cops were here, so they knocked her out. She'll be fine.
A little bit of drool dripping down off of the cushion she's on.
Now I understand the look my professors gave me.
Yes. I just go over to Starheart and just spare the dying just in case.
Just in case.
Do we need to get out of here?
I think it's probably best if we just play along.
Relax. It's a nice place. Hi there. I'm dead. Well, I'm Jeb, but I'm dead. I'm undead. You smell like me for some reason. That's interesting, right?
You can smell?
Undead?
Yes. We found him in the walls.
He's like full on skeleton. His jaw's
Oh, it's a skeleton?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that one.
We found him in the walls of our hotel room.
Also,
there was a lot.
He just, this is my friend Derek, and Derek's this really big soldier human. Just normally his hands would be resting on his sword, but they're just like on his knees. His elbows are on his knees.
I'm looking at the skeleton right now.
there's also a kobold in here with us.
Yes, the kobold Zung.
What have you been up to?
Everything's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. But in the meantime, we do have bigger fish to fry once we're out of here, once this whole thing blows over.
Now there's fish?
There were fish. We had to leave them behind.
They're safe.
I might have a plan.
Okay.
All right.
I am, well, here's the thing. I've had a few failed deliveries in the past. With this particular contract, you see, because sometimes if there's too many guards, we have to move drop locations, something like that.
Sure.
If there's a small chance that they didn't see all of you getting arrested.
Right.
And if that is true, all I have to do is drop the new drop-off date at one of our predetermined note-giving locations.
Mm-hmm.
You smuggle or fake smuggle these animals to that delivery location.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can catch them red-handed.
That would be good.
And I will only tell you where these are for immunity.
Immunity.
Oh, this is Quartz talking, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Jet talking. That's not really up to us at this point. You see, I'm not the one holding the jail cell keys, Quartz.
I know. Stem Barrow comes back in. She's the captain of the guard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's settle this, shall we? I believe you all will be free to go within the hour. No.
You.
Who are you?
Hi, my name is Nitsage Alsop. This is my party that I usually travel with. I've just came from the College of Orel.
That is 2 weeks from here.
Yes, I have magic abilities, and my professors there at the college transported me back here today.
Directly into a jail cell with your friends. Great, wonderful. Welcome, I guess.
I'm innocent. Can I leave?
You may. I'm going to upgrade security here soon. Now, Quartz, I heard through the doorway that you are making me an offer. And I'm willing to take it. We've been on this case for a very long time, so if you tell me where, and this does not work out, however, you're going away for a very, very long time. Of course, it's like, fine, whatever. My business is doomed. They saw me going away in chains. It's fine. So he mentions there are a couple places where they would drop off.
We do actually have a mimic. Little did you know.
That's hilarious.
This would be a different one.
Mimic. The statue's a mimic.
The pillow's a mimic.
Sorry. Wrong window.
Have we any more news about Hortiel and what tree was this supposed to be looking for?
Yeah. So it's. So do you want the good news or do you want the bad news?
Bad news, please.
All right. Well, the bad news is.
Bad news.
We have to have the entire tree.
Okay.
It is a holy tree.
Okay.
And it's massive. It's covering this entire mountaintop. And
Well, that's fine. We can just get the people of Steamfang to cut this tree down.
Did you miss the part where she said it was holy?
But Hortiel himself said that's the tree we need to use, right?
Yes.
At the mention of the name, the pumpkin at the small of your back starts to kind of hum.
Huh.
The one that you picked up.
Yeah.
What kind of pumpkin is that?
Quartz, in the meantime, he just gestures to his wrists, and they undo them, and he goes into.
Who's that?
Quartz.
Oh, Quartz. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Yeah, so he gets unshackled, and he goes across and he reaches for. It's like, hey, is this a map of the city? Good. Okay, and he starts to roll it out, and just as he starts to smooth it, the corners of the map come out, and they start chomping and clamping onto his wrist.
Bubo, you're painting.
I don't think that's Bubo's painting.
And it's latched onto his arm. I would say you're not in combat because you can either let him suffer or help him. It's entirely up to you.
Should we help him?
Nah.
Oh.
Quartz was like.
Stem's just like, let him sweat.
Quartz, did you try to sell a mimic to your buyer?
No, not on purpose anyway. This was part of the. Can you just get off? The blood starts running down his arm. Come on, guys. Listen, all I did was sell some animals. I didn't know they were going to eat them. How was I supposed to know? They just left me gold, a note, a drop off. That's it. That's it. I just thought it was a pet store.
You owe us a buyer name.
I don't have a name. I only have locations. There were no names. I recognize the handwriting. He points to the tag, but that's who writes my notes, but I don't know who that person is.
Did you get those locations from him yet?
No.
The map's kind of eating him.
Yeah.
Oh no. As he's like trying to like flap it around and get it off of his arm, the other corner wraps around his ear and just pulls in over his face.
All right, maybe we should help him.
No, he's getting a good look at the map. He needs to tell us where the drop-off points are.
Yes, but he needs to be alive when he does it.
I guess.
I can always bring him back.
So can I, actually.
It's like 3 chances.
So what you're saying is, Bubo, you have a mimic. Do you know how to handle this?
Yeah.
Stroke the spine.
He goes up and tries to do what he does like for his mimic to calm it down. So it's like nice gentle stroke and everything. And he goes and like tries to like pet it as it goes his face. And you see like some of the teeth that were biting into his face like retract in and come out the other side and bite Bubo.
Oh no!
Okay, now I need to help Bubo.
Oh great.
No damage, just this gripping. Like a dog grips like a wrist.
Grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Take some of the cucumber water. No, stop, and I'll fling it like you spray a dog.
Like
Stop
a
that.
cat.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop it. Drop it. Drop it.
Meanwhile, Stem's just like, I'm waiting for information.
I'll take one of the pillows and try and like slide it in between Fubo and the mimic to try and get it to gnaw on the pillow.
I'll cast guidance on you to help
Thanks.
this.
What is guidance?
This is D4.
I'm gonna go over to the skeleton and just like poke through him and like, how are you?
Oh, hey, watch the merchandise. Come on, fella. Are all quiet like that guy? Ooh. He's completely unconcerned with Quartz dying.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
All right, Quartz, you're being very dramatic right now.
The pillow does manage to break the mimic away from his mouth. He's like, okay. Why is it the giant's here? There's
the giant's here.
There's a garbage place out back.
Oh,
Who's it?
there's a giant here.
There's one. The stone tower. There's one of the Grim Duckling.
Well, where was the next one supposed to be?
This was the next one. We would have to set up a new meet at one of those 3 places. I would drop off the information. They would pick it up. They would leave me a note at one of those same 3 places. It's random every time. I have to do a sweep of the neighborhood.
Well, why don't we
Have him write the notes. We'll drop them off.
at all 3 locations and then just see what happens?
Why are we telling the authorities about
These are the
I can
The
go
authorities
here.
are in the room.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Stem is the captain, and she's just.
Oh, Stem's the captain. Sorry.
Yep. With a nod from Stem, Pin just like again, kind of like he did with the stabby guy. He just kind of flicks his wrist, and the mimic just.
Ooh.
Is just floating in midair. He doesn't crush it. He just kind of like congeals it into a sort of goo ball, into an amorphous shape. It hasn't. It's more natural things. You see massive eyes and teeth and stuff kind of writhing in space in front of him.
Huh.
What shall I do with our new friend?
Not really sure what to do.
Hey, Boo, you want another painting?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm mimic that's definitely a little more.
So he like pets his mimic to go and talk to the other mimic.
Oh no.
Oh no.
They
gets
have
there.
like a weird little writhy mimic conversation, and you now see a new. It's a portrait of Bubo pointing at the mimic portrait of Bubo to go and talk to this new mimic. As it resolves itself, like.
That's great. That's great.
It's a nice portrait. Yeah.
Captain,
Yes.
you may also want to go take a look over at Biffin Mantle's place and see if there's any evidence there. I remember he was very interested in Doomerel when we came to town.
Biffin he's under watch. We'll go keep an eye on him, but he's sloppier than most. He's usually easy to catch. If he tried to make you a deal, it was probably an honest deal. Because everything else he tries to do in the shadows but tends to fail.
That's fair. All right, so here's the plan. We take notes to the tower, the giant's ear, and the duckling, and see if we get any bites at any of the 3 locations.
And we're looking for.
Probably a runner. Someone who would be a gopher to run these notes. I doubt whoever's writing the notes would drop them off themselves.
For animal slavery?
Animal fine dining, actually.
Oh.
Look, if it helps us get out of this situation, we're going to need favors. We're going to need favors in this town anyway, so
we are going to help the authorities, and
Yep.
they're going to trust us to then let us out of jail?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh. And you have a walking skeleton.
That's your friend, not ours.
What?
Yeah, he was in our hotel room. It's yeah, he's with us now.
Yeah, somebody left me in a closet. Ugh. Sometimes the bear eats you, you know. It wasn't a bear. Just a saying.
I am fascinated. I will be talking to you for the rest of the night.
Wonderful.
Very well.
All right, so you guys are you all spreading out.
Well, because Quartz is the one who has to drop the notes, right? But I guess we could kind of stake out and just keep an eye on where the note is and see if anybody takes the bait.
Yes, there's 3 locations, right?
Right.
We could split up and be at each location.
We could. You said you have a stone of sending. Did you say that to us? You didn't say that to us.
I did
Never
not.
mind. Just kidding.
No.
I don't really know what a stone ascending does.
We need a way to communicate with each other. Wait, you have message though, don't you?
Oh,
Nitzage?
sir, is the guy who was talking into a stone still in the room?
Yeah, Finn.
Finn, I saw you talking into that device.
Yes.
Is it possible we might be able to get some for ourselves?
Oh, I see. I could have them checked out to you, of course. They will have to be
Yes.
returned after the mission. They are guard property.
Understood.
You understand. If they are not returned, I will come for you. Violently.
Understandable.
Okay.
We'll bring them back.
Sounds great.
Do I recognize that as a stone ascending?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, these are. He's basically. This is equivalent of wearing a wire.
Copy
so
that.
it keeps him connected with the rest of the
Oh,
guard.
okay.
Captain Barrow, would it be a good idea to have a couple guards posted at each spot in inconspicuous clothing, or are they too identifiable?
We are not subtle. We'll be ready and on call if you need us.
All right.
But this is your show, as it were.
I have invisibility. I can cast on us.
That could be good. All right, so let's see. There's, 5 of us?
Are we all going? She's still out. Should we wake her up?
No, I think it's best to leave her here. She'll sleep it off.
She will be more quiet if she doesn't come along. Lord knows she tries to be a rogue, but she's,
I can carry her.
Ah,
The
Maybe we
knight
could-
just stands up and just scoops her up, back kind of in that same bag that she was in when they scooped her up. But he leaves her head kind of hanging out, and he puts the bag on sort of like a baby Bjorn. Her head's just poking out the front. Just,
And who are you again, sir?
That's Sir
Derek.
Doric. Sir Doric.
I'm Sir Derek. I failed the king once. I'll never do it again. I must earn my honor back.
yeah. He's a light of sunshine, isn't he?
Well, I definitely can understand about earning honor back. Yes, I completely. Yeah.
Well, Nitzage, why don't you take Jed to the stone tower?
Oh, just me and the skeleton?
And Bubo. Do you want to take Bubo with you?
Yes.
All right. Bubo, Jeb, and Nitzage, you'll head to the steam tower. The stone tower, excuse me. I'll take the Grim Duckling with Doric and Starheart. Andre, why don't you take the Giant's Ear with
Andre the Giant's Ear.
Oh, gosh! Waka waka. Why don't you take June with you?
All right.
These are interesting. So is it like what does the wire look like? Like how do we put it on?
It's just a stone, and he kept it in an upper pocket so he could just talk into it. But as you play with them, you're able to just anyone who has the stone, it sort of attaches to your being, so you're able to hear without having to get close to it.
Yeah.
But to speak into it, you still have to get close.
Captain Stem, was it?
Yes.
Just to let you know, there will be professors from the college coming in a couple of days with some other students. They will be helping out on a more personal mission.
For yourself?
Yes.
Oh, understood. We'll make sure they have lodging for you then.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so with instruction from Quartz, we all kind of position ourselves kind of where we can see where the drop-off point would be, but inconspicuous. I've got the hat of disguise on. I'll just make myself look like a dwarf, so I kind of blend in.
It's still
dodgy dwarf.
nighttime here, right? Mm-hmm. So are we leaving the jail? Are they opening the jail up?
Yeah, it's your free movement to kind of go around wherever you like at this point.
Oh, okay. So, Bubo, do you know how to get to the stone tower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then,
It's very monosyllabic when it's me.
Yeah.
and Jeb, you're coming with us?
Yeah. I'm on your team. Why not?
What can you do?
I can talk. I can walk. I used to kill a lot of people.
Wow.
Do you need a weapon of some kind? Are we expecting?
Oh, by the way, Captain Barrow, can we get our effects back, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Are we expecting any kind of adversaries?
Like right now?
Oh no. On this I don't know. Little missions. What do you call them? What do we?
Well, I guess this would be considered a stakeout, as they say.
Oh, stakeout.
Sort of.
Oh.
We were trying to catch someone in the act.
I don't think I've
secretly.
ever been on a stakeout
Tiptoeing
before.
around, yes. Well, it's very rare that we hire other people to do our work for us, but you all have a reputation, so we've done our research.
We get things done, one way or another.
Yes.
Yes, we might blow your city up, but we'll get it done.
Come again?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They didn't do very good research, did they?
She stares at you for a long, hard second. It won't be funny for a couple of years, okay?
Too soon, Nitsich. Too soon.
I didn't mean it to be funny. Apologies.
Get moving.
All right, so you're all splitting off, doing
Splitting up. Splitting the party.
Yeah, you have all your weapons, you have all your gear back.
Yeah.
The pumpkin continues to kind of like hum in your pocket.
Oh, I would tell him if you end up tailing someone, phone a friend, and then we can all rendezvous back at the gardens.
And what exactly are we supposed to be looking for?
Someone who would come and pick up the note.
What note?
So Quartz has written out 3 notes. He's the only part I've left out is where you would like the new drop-off position to be. Where would you like to catch him, as it were?
We're leaving these notes at specific places, and then the person who is responsible for the disappearance of the animals will be getting these notes because Quartz is responsible for leaving these notes for people.
Right.
I see now. I see.
And so our goal is to tail whoever
train.
picks up the note, see if we can't find a location on where the buyer is.
Valid.
We may blow your city up,
but we're here to help.
That's the choo-choo of the steam things.
It's a steam train.
We get things done.
Steam thing
Lower
train.
the percent you're not. We'll get it done.
All right. Off to the giants. Yeah, for me.
Off to the
Calm
stone
checks.
tower.
Calm checks. Are we good?
I can hear you.
All right.
Oh. Yes, they are.
All right, so we'll focus on Andre. Who were you with?
I went with Yang to the ear.
Oh, John. Okay, sweet. He's back on his weasel. So he's hanging back a little bit because
Fair.
he's very
Little-
conspicuous.
A bit.
He was just happy to see him again. He couldn't separate him.
Oh, were you gonna cast invisibility on us? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, you have to be.
Probably near him.
Yeah.
So like
For the entire spell?
It's concentration up to 1 hour. No, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'd probably cast it on the party that I was with.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yes, we go there first. And so what is the place that I'm looking at? Is it like
You're going to the stone tower?
the giant's ear?
The Giant's Ear. So the Giant's Ear is a dodgy bar in the pond quarter. So it is that building right down there.
Right.
So it's this big curved stone structure, kind of like half of a coliseum shape. And it's similar to Quartz. It's just way shittier, and the water is much murkier in their hot spring and everything. And again, everything down in that section in the pond quarter is both physically down and also just like not a good place to hang.
I try and like take off most of my ceremonial garb just to be like as.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Before you split, you still never wrote down where you wanted the note to say to meet the person.
What?
So where the
Oh well,
drop-off point
Quartz.
would be?
Yeah. Yeah.
What would be a place that you would have scheduled a meeting?
Well, it would either be, it has to be somewhere that can accommodate a large delivery like that many animals. That's why it was the mines this time. It was quite a few of them, as I know you saw. Again, I'm sorry, didn't know. So it could be the gardens, the forges, anything along those lines. Somewhere big enough where it is reasonable for them to both hide, find, and remove something that big.
Well, why don't we do the gardens then?
Yeah, so I was thinking the same.
Yeah, gardens after dark, that's not a bad idea. I'll write gardens. So writes gardens real quick.
Very good.
Back to the Giants here.
But yes, I take off all of my ceremonial things just to appear common and just around. If I am looking at conspicuous, I try and remove it.
Sure. Now, are you all having Quartz himself deliver each of these notes? Are you watching him do it, or are you having him write the note and then hand it off to you?
Yes.
I think probably him delivering them is the best. I'll just keep back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
And you can each try different strategies as well. So it's all the same to me.
I'm fine with him dropping it because he knows exactly where they're supposed to go, and us being there watching
That's
to see him drop
How
it off.
many people saw you get taken into jail?
Plenty.
Yeah, quite.
How many
a
people do you
few.
think saw Quartz get put into jail?
Plenty.
So,
I'm on the comm. Sorry. Continue.
I thought we were still right. I thought we were still like around each other,
Oh,
right? Because you're still
Sure.
you're still right in the
Oh
middle,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sure.
Yes, we're still there.
What if?
Would people be watching the drop-offs?
No, I mean, no, or at least if they have, I've never noticed before because, I'm a man about town. I tend to visit everybody. It's good for business, to shake hands with everyone in all the different quarters of this place.
Well, do you think that
It might
maybe
not matter.
somebody saw him get put into jail, and now they could have think that he's working for the?
I don't know.
Would you rather have him not do the drop off? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I think if I'm casting invisibility on Bubo, Mr. Jeb, and myself, I don't think we need you, sir.
Fine by me. Less danger. Well, enjoy the notes. I
Yes.
will go back and serve some drinks. Let me know how it goes.
All right.
What was his name again? What was your name again?
Quartz.
Quartz. Okay.
Right. So I'll make my way to the location that he told me to drop it off at, and as nonchalantly as possible, I will deliver it.
Okay. So yeah, Quartz, before he takes off, and also kind of in your ear because he's still on comm, is telling you basically like, hey, it's like there's a loose stone in the back of the giant's ear right by the rubbish bin, and if you like kind of jiggle it a bit, it slides out, and there's a little alcove there, and so that's where a lot of these deals are done.
Before I look at it, I want to maybe like just survey it to see if there's anything that's like if someone disturbs the stone, it like triggers something. If they, so investigation. 11.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Nothing happens. Back off to team 2 with you and.
So
sorry.
stealth. I go find a place to hide. And,
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you perch up. On the spot.
So yeah, Bubo the skeleton and I, I'll go ahead and cast invisibility on us before we even get close to the tower. +2 at the 4th level then. Real quick, yeah, so we'll I guess to our best of our abilities, sneak up to the stone tower and Quartz. Where do we put the note?
Sorry, you were headed to which space?
Stone Tower.
Stone Tower. So Stone Tower is a little trickier, he tells you, because it is it's in the upper crust of the city, so it's very clean. There's lots of people tending to walk around. It's a store basically. It just
No
looks
problem.
like-
We are invisible. No one can see us.
Just don't bump into anyone.
Yeah, what time of night is it? It's like late at night, right?
It's late at night
Yeah,
now.
super
Yeah,
late.
we're approaching midnight here, and it's so he's like, now you have to be careful because the Stone Tower is a magical facility. Occasionally, she changes the locks, as it were, from night to night.
Oh, of course.
But
What is the Stone Tower?
it's a magical. It's a store of magical goods. So there's a woman there. Her name's Carabin Bauer. She sells all sorts of stuff. But but basically she's too expensive for me. I mean I work right in front of her, but I send her flowers every now and then.
Oh,
She sends in customers, the usual.
Karen Bauer?
Carabin.
Of course.
Karen.
He's like, so I'd say just gently check. There's a loose piece of the. You'll see a long strip of brass that goes around the edge of the entire building. If you knock on it just right, part of it will pop up, and that's where you'll jam that thing in.
Okay. Can I use my skill of the arcane or anything to try and kind of feel or detect any? Would be detect magic, wouldn't it? I don't have detect magic. I dispel magic.
You do an arcana check.
I mean, yeah. Can I do an arcana check to see if if I get close to the stone tower, it's going to do anything to us?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. 11. 11.
Not sure.
Okay. Jeb. Here, do you want to take this and put it in the spot where?
Yeah. I know what you're doing. It's fine.
Here, NPC, you do it.
Sorry. Give me the note.
Okay. Yeah, here's the note.
He goes and he's like, he said it's somewhere around here, and he just pushes his bony heel down into the thing, and let's see. A frost trap goes off and just goes up and snaps his leg off, but just below, like halfway down his shin, his left leg just comes off. He's like, I'd say it hurts, but it doesn't. It's really inconvenient. He just hops around, grabs his leg, he puts the note in, closes it. It's in there though.
So right when it hit him, the invisibility came off. Yep.
Is it?
Good job.
I can see me. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Stop moving.
He's like, I can't really. He's like,
you know what? This might be to an advantage. Fall down and play dead.
Ha! And he does it.
And I turn to Bubo and I'm do you think that'll be kind of weird to see a dead body, like a skeleton, just there next to where you need to pick up a note?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might turn somebody off to. Bubo. There we go. Hi, Bubo. Yeah, I think that would be a very bad idea to leave a corpse by somewhere where someone's supposed to inconspicuously pick something up.
Right. Well, now here's my question. How would they pick something up if that spot was frost, trapped? They'd go and pick up the note and they're trapped.
My assumption is that there were some securities in place that could have been disarmed.
I do have detect magic.
Oh, right.
So, I'm going to... And he ended up putting the note where it's supposed to be? Mm-hmm. He ended up finishing it?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so, okay.
Am I still lying down here or what?
Quiet. Can I look around to see if I see anyone, noticing anything? Can I look around real fast to see anyone? Cool, dude.
What did you get?
That's a 3 again.
No idea. Looks perfectly empty.
Oh, it's 11, but I keep rolling 3s. Keep rolling 3s. Great, perfect. I think we're all set here. Just go ahead.
Nailed it.
Yep. I bend down and cast Orthil and heat up the ice that's around his leg.
Yeah.
Here, pull yourself together.
Oh, buddy. So am I staying or am I going?
Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
And both are right when I cast that Orthil invisibility.
Like a belt or something.
Make a tourniquet.
How do you stay in one piece anyway?
I'm not. He holds up his leg.
Right. Can you just put it back into your leg?
He shows you where it's just snapped clean off.
No, that's not how bones work.
Yeah, but you shouldn't even be working right now.
You're telling me I should be relaxing. This should be my afterlife.
No, that's... Come on, Boobo, will you help him?
Mending.
Wrap him
No,
like
just,
around
I
his
just would like to
leg.
get under him and like help him
Sure,
walk.
sure.
Yeah.
So Boobo's like, and goes into his bag and he pulls out, like, he's got like some leather that could have been used to like make a map at some point for one of his bounty hunter
Boobo,
jobs.
not here. Let's bring him out of sight of the stone tower and then we'll fix him up.
All right, into the stone tower we go. And Boobo
that's
just
not
walks
what I
inside the
said.
shop.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
Onto Aura's town.
This is why I didn't send them to the dodgy part of town.
Oh my
This
God.
is why. Okay, I'll
boy.
when I leave the jail, I'll leave as Aura and then kind of like dodge in and out of some alleys, and that's when I'll put the hat on and transform. Head down to the Grim Duckling, and all right, where is this one going at the Duckling?
So the one at the Grim Duckling is unfortunately inside the Grim Duckling.
All right.
So you're gonna have to buy yourself a drink. You're gonna have to get yourself seated at the back table in the right-hand corner. It's the shadowiest one, and inside the table, the stand portion of it, a piece of wood pulls out. It's one of the supports. You're gonna put the note back in there, put the support back.
All right. Walk in, put a silver on the bar for an ale, and then head back and put it in place.
The table is currently occupied.
Oh no, it's occupado.
Ocupado.
Who's sitting at the table?
It's a middle-aged dwarf, no beard. Just clean-shaven dwarf, just kind of sitting there, very square-headed.
Blasphemy.
He seems to be minding his own business. He's just drinking, kind of looking at the wall.
Excuse me. I was hoping to have this table for myself.
Oh, hopes are a nice thing to have, aren't they? Looks like there's plenty of tables that way.
I like this table.
That's a nice one. That's why I'm sitting at it.
Flick a gold at him.
Roll a persuasion for me.
Okay,
please.
let me get rid of this gold real quick. Okay, persuasion. Am I very persuasive?
You should be.
Oh yeah, I am. Might add a blessing on it though. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a blessing on that. Okay, that's one of these. Oh no. Persuasion. Math right now. 12.
12. Happy Gernal's birthday or something. Thanks for the gold. I'll keep my seat. Thank you very much.
I think you're going to want to move from the seat.
It's a fine seat.
I'm gonna, is he just drinking ale?
Do it.
I'll use Mage Hand to tip up the beer, spill it on him.
You disguise as a male dwarf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lad, I don't think you know what you're doing. I'm going to let that go.
Look, I just want the seat. We can sit here together if you want, but I doubt you're gonna want my company.
Have you ever heard of the Lowberry?
The Lubery?
The Lowberry.
Bruno has definitely heard of the movie.
In and out.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you what, I have not, but I'll tell you what, I'll play you for it.
and I'll pull out the dagger and kind of do that thing where the finger thing.
Another persuasion for me,
Oh
please.
no! Okay, do better. Come on, do better, dice.
Do better.
Do better. Oh man. 13.
13. He reaches in with his hand like he's going to grab yours, and instead he darts forward, grabs your shirt, and pulls you down against the table.
Oh.
Your face smashes against it. You're gonna take not a lot. You take 3 bludgeoning damage as your head just boink, bounces off the table.
You disguised self too, huh?
I did.
So he went through some illusion on that, right?
He was a little buzzed, so he didn't notice the
interesting,
disguise.
okay.
But
The hat doesn't require concentration, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's
the hat.
Item of attunement.
Good.
All right. He bashes my head in, and I'm gonna grab his wrist and cast Chill Touch on him. Yeah, probably. 21 to hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2d8 worth of necrotic damage. I'm gonna savage attack that one. Yeah, that's 14 points of necrotic damage.
Fine. Take the damn tables. I'm gonna memorize this face. I'm gonna find you. Me and the boys are gonna break that pretty little face of yours.
I'll use a.
Have a great night. Just fucks off.
Yeah, I'll use thaumaturgy to kind of like make my eyes look like they're on fire as he's talking.
Yikes.
That's more like it. And I'll kick my feet back and drink my beer. And it's like under the table.
So it's like so it's a round table. When you lean over to look under it, it's one stalk in the middle and 4 prongs supporting the table. And as you check them, one of them wobbles loose and isn't actually supporting the table. Slides out, and there's a notch for you to put a note into.
Great.
And whoop.
Put the note in there. Finish my beer, and then I guess I'll be like, wasn't that good of a table anyway. And then I'll get up and I'll sit at another table where I can see this one.
Sure. Yeah, so you slip behind a couple ones. You find yourself caught up in a couple of games, like card games, busy yourself. Some money's exchanging hands, but no one's particularly good at the game. You probably are, but you're playing dumb to get it passed.
Sure.
So you become one of the guys very shortly. Yeah, so we'll cut back to you, Andre, and your particular team. Nobody seems to be coming by the Giant's Ear.
Right.
For a bit. A person comes by, a young dwarf, fairly fine garb. And
Odd for this area. Odd for this area.
Odd for this area. And just sort of like shuffles past around the back of the Giant's Ear, kind of glances at the dumpster, examines it, keeps walking.
Interesting.
And then over to...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, or you can just...
Yeah. I get on the sending stone and... So we had a visitor. They're walking away right now. Should I keep watch?
If they're walking away, that means they probably think that something is up. Did anything bad happen?
Nothing around here. I just put it in and...
All right, they're
left.
probably just doing a sweep. So as long as nothing else went wrong, they'll probably grab one of the 3 stops or at least start checking them. They check them to make sure they're clear first. They'll go in and probably pick one up.
Understood.
Yep.
I'll stay here.
So now, Bubo is inside the magic place. You have anything that could, like...
Oh, they're open.
They're open.
Oh, even at like
At
the...
midnight, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, I was confused.
Your
Yeah.
24-hour magic services.
Fair enough.
So there's a long, fluey dwarf behind the counter, and Bubo just kind of storms in with a leaning skeleton under one hand and his leg in the other hand. You able to, boop boop, put it together, and she's like, yes, I think. She goes back and starts just fumbling with some stuff. Do you follow?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Boobo, you can't just come in here with the skeleton.
Oh, looks like I can. And I did.
Well, for one, I didn't know it was open. Look at everything in here. And I get distracted. What are some of the things?
Oh no.
What are some of the things that are in here? Of note.
Most of the shelves are currently covered by blankets and stuff. You're assuming the more dangerous things, because this late at night, generally if you're buying a magical item, it's to kill somebody. So those things are locked up at the moment for safety reasons. But things that are currently out, you see a small pearl on a small little clam pedestal. The clam is fake, but it's there to show off this pearl. You see a broom on a stand. And you see a nice pair of gloves sort of on these like kind of mannequin hands.
We got a broom.
What?
Gloves.
Yes.
And we are Perception Studio.
Wild turkey that hungers for blood.
Oh, hey.
Just checking to make sure you guys are awake.
Yeah. That's
Sorry that my shopping bores you. Broom, gloves, and what else?
And a pearl.
Oh, a pearl.
This is what happens when I'm not running the board.
And you're muted for the rest of the night.
That's true. Oh, you suck.
Oh, interesting. I'd like to cast Detect Magic to see if any, the big items and what they are. If there are any in here. So, like the broom gloves and the pearl stick out to me. What, if any, is the school of magic on each of those three?
Oh, buddy. Asking me the big hard questions. Let's see.
Nitsage, are you shopping right now?
What's that?
Are you shopping right now?
No, Boobo came into the stone tower. It's still open even at this night. We're trying to fix Jeb. He got hit by a magical trap, and Boobo rushed in here without my saying so. But now we're in here, so I mean, obviously, if we're in here, we might.
What?
Excuse me?
Jeb, what?
Oh, Jeb, his legs broken.
Your maid. If the trap went off, that means that you've alerted them. Either get outside now before that person passes, or do something.
Get outside.
Okay.
Who's watching the note?
Right. Oops. To be honest, Justin also is confused about what I'm supposed to be doing. I haven't been here.
You had one job.
Yes. Booba, we need to leave right now.
Hold on. I'm about to make a purchase. Fix the skeleton. Go on.
Where's the lady at?
She's still in the back.
Oh, she's still back. Okay. Stay here. Can you figure out how much the broom, the glove, and the pearl cost? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cast invisibility and go outside.
Why did I think sending Boobo and Nitsage together was a good idea? Like, why did I do that?
I'm gonna go outside and just kind of stand a couple feet, with my back basically on the stone tower, and just watch to see about the.
Make a perception check.
Okay. You've been the maid.
Yup.
19.
Ooh.
Good. Just as you poke your head out, you see a young dwarf catch your eye and then turn on his heel and start briskly walking away.
I was invisible. Is that?
Oh, sorry. Then no, he doesn't see you. But
Okay.
you definitely see him. So then you see him pass where the trap was set off, and then just nope, and he just starts to bail. And he is. You are at the stone tower, correct? So he is about to cut through. He is going down between Quartz and the central.
Was I supposed to, I'm sorry, was the plan, we're supposed to follow these people?
The plan was to intercept, or at least basically fake a delivery so that you could find who's behind it. So this person is probably the messenger, but now they've been tipped off that something is wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye. So right when he leaves, casting Arcane Eye, invisibility wears off, but then the visible ball is going to release from my hand, and I'm going to send it so it goes up and starts to kind of hover over.
Drone.
Yeah, a drone basically. Yeah.
Sure. So he takes this very roundabout path. So he's assuming that he's got a tail or something, because something's up. This is his line of work. He's used to it. You do notice while staring at him through the eye that he does have very fine clothing on. So he's probably very well off.
Dwarf, right?
Dwarf. Younger dwarf. So his beard is still fairly short. And he is, so he cuts around like the Great Forge. He goes by the stairs, up some stairs, down some other stairs, around some buildings, in one, stays put for a little bit, comes out and continues. And he ultimately ends up at the gates of the palace, where he is let in, and the gate closes behind him.
Huh. Wow.
I'm seeing all this. I don't think he was supposed to go in there. And then I'll retract the Arcane Eye.
Thank you, gaming. Thank you for the sub.
Thanks for the sub. 16 months.
16 months. Who was he? I missed it.
The closest thing to that would be, well, we already did a sperm whale, so maybe like a baby rhino. That's technically 15 months, but
a late baby rhino.
A late baby rhino.
Oh, did you say dwarf would get a tail? Oh. Cobra Striker, you got me. Tail.
A super scene.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
One of
The number you have dialed.
What?
Sorry.
No, wrong number. One of the messengers just went into the palace gates.
Was he wearing fine clothing?
He was wearing fine clothing.
Same one.
He was a dwarf as well too.
Mm-hmm. Same one I saw.
Oh.
Was this the one that I hit?
No.
No, different.
No, this the one you hit was completely shaved.
Okay.
Well, so
Bald head,
now we
bald
know
face.
the messenger. So what does that mean for us?
They may be paying a visit to the palace.
Oh dear, that sounds. Okay. If you need me, I'll be in the store. Then I go back into the store.
Are you shopping?
These items are pretty expensive.
Hello?
You just hear Nithage. No, not that one. The other one. The one to the left.
Yes.
Can you bring that out of the case for me?
What other colors do you have that in?
All right.
Where should we meet up? I feel
well-
like this note thing is gone awry.
It has. We knew this. We knew the buyers would be more wealthy, but that's not great that they're holding up at the palace. That's not great.
Were we supposed to meet up at the gardens? Or?
Yes, but that's where the drop-off point was going to be. But I don't think they're going to take the notes.
No, they never even decided to look.
So what does that mean, Quartz?
Well, I think this job means I'm not getting paid. Nor am I going to be out of jail anytime soon. We could try one other thing. It's going to take a lot of trust from you boys.
Right.
We're going to need bait.
They haven't seen Hailstorm yet.
What? No. What kind of bait? Oh, like putting I think Dumarel is more than capable of being bait. He's much more better.
They know him
go-getter.
already. He's already clipped.
Oh.
Hailstorm's a lot more exotic than an owl eagle.
Really?
He's half horse, half dragon.
Yes, yes, he is. But I just feel like even a half owl, half eagle is very exotic.
But
as
they've
well, too.
already captured Dumeril. He's already in their books. He'd be a dead giveaway. That
Was
something was wrong.
Dumeril with Bubo now, though, right?
Yes, he's been released, but he was initially captured.
He can't fly right now.
I'm gonna go into. Hey, I was already in the store. Hey, Bubo, how did you get Dumeril back after he was captured?
We found him in a closet with all the other animals.
Oh.
They clipped his wings and his tail feathers. Can't fly.
What? There's gotta be some way of healing him back, right?
Probably. I don't know it.
Oh. Do I have anything like that?
Nitsage, feathers grow back. You know that, right?
It's very difficult for those ones, the flight ones to grow back, right? Isn't that a thing? Animal lovers, isn't that?
It just takes time.
All right. It's like, if you spayed a cat or dog.
You hear Quartz like, listen, if everything goes well, they won't even get their hands on your bird blizzard thing. If we leave it out in one of the, we could even take it back to the mines. You could say, I got something big. I'll make it an apology from me that I didn't do it right, that it was entirely my fault. I set off the trap.
I don't like that it's the mines. There's too much. It's too much their turf. There's too many.
I've lost Hailstorm once, and it was the worst thing. I'm not going to lose him again.
So you take him to the palace and tell them you have something they want.
Why are we even? I'm sorry. I'm so upset. Why are we even giving this idea an audience? If we know it's from the palace, why don't we have the authorities, go and investigate the palace?
I mean, we could tell Captain Barrow that our messenger boy is from the palace. And give a description.
Can we start with that first, please? I really don't want to use my heart beast, who, if gets taken away or dies, will literally crumble me.
It's your choice. It's not my animal, so yeah, that's fine with me. Let's regroup.
All right.
Okay, just give me a second. We had to look at these.
Oh my god. Head over to the garden.
So the objects for sale are a pearl of power, a broom of flying, and gloves of swimming and climbing.
Yeah, much.
Let's see. Quite a bit, really. The pearl of power is about 100 gold. Broom of flying is about 500 gold. Gloves of swimming and climbing are also 500 gold.
You could afford all of that stuff.
What's that?
What? Nothing. That was Haley.
Hey, Richards.
You said 500 gold for the gloves and for the broom. What's the? Are we talking to her now or?
Bubo has updated you on the price. She's still in the back looking for something for Jeb.
Oh, okay. Does it have a display of what the pearl of power does, or what does it say it does?
You can use it, speak a command word, and you'll regain one expended spell slot. And you can use it once per day.
Okay. Bubo, we must get going.
Right.
Jeb, I'm sure she'll have something for you. Do you want to stay here? Do you want to come back with us?
Yeah, I'll find you guys.
Okay. I'm sure she can just find the gold pieces here on the counter. And Miss. Yes. Hi. We need to leave. We're leaving the skeleton man with you, and I'm taking the pearl of power.
Taking?
Oh no, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm purchasing the pearl of power from you.
Right.
Okay, so it's 90.
No.
Yes. 100 gold pieces. Okay, I'm leaving it on the table for you.
All right. And like, you have the pearl in one hand, and you can't move it until the last piece of gold is on the counter, and then boop.
Oh, that's brilliant. Very good.
Clever.
Yeah. So you leave Jeb in there. You're on your way, and that's the one you're buying.
Yep.
Cool. Hooray.
When I get to the gardens, I'll kind of look around and see if Orthil's in there anywhere.
He is not.
Okay.
But that pumpkin is still kind of like throbbing at you.
Mm.
It's small. It's big.
Okay. Bubo. So our messenger went into the palace.
Oh, okay. So we go to the palace.
Well, no, we're meeting up with the rest of the group at the gardens.
Right.
Yes. And we go there.
Yeah. So y'all. Boop.
Does Captain Barrow? Is she on comm? Can we tell her to meet us there as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's waiting for y'all. She was.
Okay.
They were waiting to move in, but that guy moved too fast.
Yeah. Well, tell her what he looked like.
Oh, yeah, I followed him for a while. It's a young dwarf, small, yes, dwarf.
Fine attire.
Fine attire, and the attire consisted of.
So you saw long sort of it's like
Long,
gold colored like silk.
Colored silk.
Oh god.
It's like a long coat tied at the waist, kind of like puffy pants, high boots. And as you describe it, she's like, that sounds like a page at the palace. The low-level worker could be working for someone royal, could be working for anyone with coin. They don't get paid a lot. They just look fancy.
Well, I saw him going into the gates open right up for him, and he just went on in.
Well, then that would lean toward them working for someone within. But it could be anybody.
How many
people live in the palace?
Yes.
Hundreds.
Oh.
Oh, so we can't really shake down anyone in particular.
No, and it's a fortress in its own right. It's very difficult to get into the palace if you're not wanted.
Well, I am supposed to meet with Queen Sleekrun.
Oh yes, she is a guest there. Well then, that would be your inn now, wouldn't it?
She might have heard something.
What if we were to see that young man again? I could read his mind, and that might tell us who his contact is.
That's if you run into the same dwarf in a very large palace, but I suppose you could try and look for him.
Well, I feel if we had any kind of authority with us, it might be easier to gather up all the pages and such, and give him a look over.
We could make this official business. They would listen to me. You could be my...
Would that arouse too much suspicion, though?
Well, at this point, suspicion's been aroused. Now we just have to weed them out.
Right. I'm all up for doing a shakedown.
Sure. Perhaps we just make it sound like it's nothing to do with the animals, though. Perhaps something was stolen from a noble, and we're trying to get answers, and then hopefully that page will go back to their employer.
I figure they must, right?
Report back. I would think so.
Yes.
All right.
It's the middle of the night, though, yes? I'm sure Queen Sleekwen wouldn't have an audience with us now.
Probably not.
What is that? What's a real thing?
So, first thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm a little bit weak.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you all have a nice long rest.
A free stay at courts.
Oh, absolutely. you arrive and there's just like flowers and meats and just everything just on all the tables ready for you. Like apology letters, extra pillows.
Well, I think
you don't see him at all. Like he's totally hiding.
I think we still take watches tonight, just in case.
Fair enough. I'll just take the first watch.
All right, I'll take the second watch.
I can sleep for 4 hours and be fine.
I cannot.
I'll take this. I'll take a watch.
Okay.
As a 17 for my perception.
Okay.
As the watch, if that matters.
Cool. So first watch. Let me see something. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Second watch.
Second watch. I'm also keeping an eye out the window at the dodgy end of town. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
DM reroll.
Penny looks like he needs a
Needs a pick me up. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. DM reroll for me.
Ruh-roh.
Perfect.
24 for perception.
24 for perception. You hear shuffling outside of Quartz's establishment.
Oh.
Like outside downstairs. Like...
Outside downstairs. You're in an upper window. He gave you all the like loft rooms and everything, so you can hear something down in the alleyway. It's definitely somebody walking around, but staying within the same vicinity. So definitely just outside the building.
Okay. What is his name? Captain Barrow, are you still on comm?
Yes.
Here's some movement downstairs outside the courts.
On it. And you just hear chung chung.
Oh no.
What the?
And it does, you just hear, stand down or I don't extinguish.
Oh. I see.
I'm gonna head downstairs really quick and see if I can.
Yeah. You do see
what's going on.
A couple young dwarfs down there being arrested. Excuse me. Both in page outfits.
Interesting.
Did we all wake up from this, or this was how long was his first watch?
A couple hours.
And then she's
a couple hours.
Mm-hmm. So this is maybe 2 or 3 in the morning.
Okay. We've got some movement. I believe a couple dwarves wearing page dwarves have been arrested outside downstairs. If anyone's awake. If anyone's awake.
I come out of my meditation and I go, yes, I can come right out. Is that a long rest for me? Do I get to take this 4 hours or not quite yet?
If she woke you up, not quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out there and look at the dwarfs.
Yeah, I mean they look ashamed. Like they're young. They probably got roped into something. Like they're just kind of like, I told you we should have done it a little bit later. They've been asleep. They've been fine.
And these dwarves are from the palace.
Aye, look at me. Yes, I'm from the palace. Okay.
Who are the authorities right now that are around?
Captain Stem is not present, but she did send one of her lieutenants, and this is Grinda Bellum. And she is a very stout, very strong-looking dwarf. And she's got her pistol ready, along with she's playing with flint right by the pistol, sparking it by, and they're like every time.
Lieutenant, should we take these two into holding?
Oh, sure. It's entirely up to you. Want to question them, something like that?
Well, yeah, of course, but not out in the open.
All right. She just grabs them by the scruff of their neck, just picks them up off the ground. Here we go, boys! Feet just dragging on the ground. Throws them in a still very cushy, but not as cushy as your cell was, cell. And they put you down. Pin is standing there as well. Would you like me to come in there and help?
I think that would be wise.
Wonderful.
I come in as well.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, young boys, what are your names? And you just, one of them's just like, I'm Jimmy. That's Gary. Well, Jimmy and Gary, you are in a fuck ton of trouble. I hope you understand that prison is not as cushy as these nightly jails. I'm very big on interrogation, so what you're going to do is give me every piece of information you have on this particular job. And he lifts his hand and points at the boys. You know what he's capable of. They don't. It's like, look at the old man. Look, he's so real.
Do I recognize any part of these young dwarfs?
These are not the one that you saw. Ooh. They're much smaller, they're much younger, and they're not carrying themselves in the same way as the other.
I quickly kind of go in his ear. I go, none of these dwarfs look like the one that I saw tonight.
He's like, just a moment, boys. Well, Why else would they be scrambling outside your room at that hour of night unless they were somehow otherwise involved?
There's probably more than one person as a messenger.
Allow me to take care of this. And one of the boys, straight across the room, cracks against the wall and falls to the ground unconscious.
Ooh.
That was it for Gary for the time being, but you, Jimmy, you're about to start talking. Would you like a cucumber water?
And I'll go ahead and while he's talking to Jimmy, and there's one next to him.
Gary is now unconscious, crumpled on the ground.
But there's three of them, right?
Two.
Oh, two. Okay, I'll go ahead and cast Detect Thoughts on old Jimmy there. Wisdom save is 16.
Fails. He is not a bright child.
I am just diving in, listening to everything right now.
Oh, he's pissing himself. He's absolutely terrified of this little gnome who's chucked his friend across the way. But you can also tell he's afraid of something that is not this man in this room, and that is whoever he is working for. And you just hear the name repeated over and over again. Hand. Like, what's he gonna do to me? Hand.
Hand?
Hand with an E.
Hand with an E.
Yeah, hand. And he's just panicking. But he's like sweating because he doesn't know what's worse at this point, getting smashed against the wall or dealing with whoever this hand person is. But he's not saying it out loud.
Insight, reasoning, emotional state, something that looms large in his mind. Yeah, hand, worries, loves, hates. And he does know that I'm probing into his mind as well too.
Sure.
Okay.
He looks at you pleadingly, just like.
No, listen, Jimmy. Grinda is the police that is the old man who.
No, that's Pim.
Sorry.
Pim is the gnome who's interrogating.
This is Pim. This is Pim Dinglehopper?
Diggler.
Dingler. Excuse me.
Diggler.
Pim.
Just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Pin?
Pin.
Yeah.
2 N's?
Nope, just pin. Like something goes on your shirt. A pin.
Pin.
P-I-N.
Dickler.
Dig.
2 G's.
Diggler.
2 G's.
Diggler.
Oh my gosh.
Pin Diggler. All right, I'm learning.
All the names.
Pim Diglett.
And he's a dwarf.
He is a gnome.
A gnome.
In a city of dwarves, he is a gnome.
Gnome. Okay. Gnome officer. Is he an officer?
Yes, he is their lead interrogator, but he does work for the guard.
Okay. Nitsa hasn't been here. He doesn't know people. Okay. He's thinking of a name. Hand.
Oh my god.
Jimmy, I believe you need to tell us about your friend Hand, and you need to do that right now.
Now, he seems very afraid of this particular person, so...
Well, Quartz was as well.
Pin reaches out his hand and just drags Gary back towards him, just like sliding across the ground and like lifts him up. He's got other things to worry about at the moment.
Of course.
Are you enjoying your water, Jimmy? Good. Now tell us, who is this Hand person? You like pop Gary on the face, and Gary's just like, and she was like, no, please. He's a very powerful man. He works at the palace itself, in the inner circle of the palace. He works for. If I tell you, what's going to happen to me?
I'm sure that the town has some kind of witness protection program. We can put you in another mountain for safekeeping.
Oh, certainly, Jimmy. We could absolutely put you somewhere better. If you help us. And Jimmy's just like,
Better.
What do I see? What kind of school of magic that Pin is using? Anything in particular?
You, from your studies, you would say that he probably studied with, with someone like Ebelforth. Like, this looks like his type of magic, like just dealing with. So, like, he's probably moving air around to do this specific thing.
Do you have the ability to maybe erase his mind so that he's not probed after this?
Unfortunately not. No, I can only deal with earth, water, that sort of thing. Wind.
Heart?
Someone in the inner circle.
You buy me a drink.
Is Hend someone's name in the palace, or is that? Do you think that's?
Yes, but this could be a ruse. You see, Hend is the loyal advisor to King Thrun, and that's a little high up for this little duckling's sort of trouble. You see, lots of people when they get caught, they try to blame the king, blame Hend, blame Miss Stem. You understand? Anyone with any sort of clout, they're the first people to be thrown under the carriage, as it were.
Does he seem like he's telling the truth?
He is very afraid of this hand.
So I don't know, Jimmy, if I believe you. Who do you work for? No, I swear, it's Hend. It's Mr. Hend Cairn. Mr. Hend Cairn. He works for the king. He offered me some coin. All I had to do is go and move a rock and pick up a note. He said if something was strange. I didn't go, though. We sent a friend of ours. He just came back earlier this evening, and he told us about it. And he said that they had a heading on a new delivery option. Somebody had some sort of weird bird thing, and he points to Hailstorm, and we're supposed to come in the middle of the night, put a bag over its head, and take it to Mr. Hint.
Son of a...
But that didn't happen, so I didn't do it, so I'm not in trouble, right? He stopped me before I wasn't going to make a terrible mistake like that, no.
They're gunning for a Hailstorm.
That doesn't shock me. I told you he was exotic. Well, they didn't get him. If it is this Hend person, this advisor to the king, I mean, what are the steps we take to try and...
That is unfortunately out of my wheelhouse. That is a question for Stem Barrow herself or Sergeant Pan Ellers. One of the two. I'm merely here to gather information. Now, if you'd leave me with little Jimmy here for a little while, I have a little bit more squeezing to do.
Sure.
Now that we know that my heart beast here is being targeted, is there a sanctuary, a safe place that I can stay or he can stay?
Well, under normal circumstances, I would have recommended the palace. However, you seem to have something over Quartz, but his place doesn't seem to be particularly secure. You might be safe in the Great Forge, but it's warm.
I mean...
What if I stay in a cell?
I could accommodate you. Put your refreshments preferred on a list for me, please. I'll make sure you get all of them.
You gonna stay in a cell tonight?
I don't know how... I mean, around authorities, that might be the safest
I
place.
suppose someone just dropped that statue in our cell yesterday, though.
Maybe someone's working for the statue. Or for the...
Who does statue work for?
maybe the authorities are also...
It is odd that they would just allow a statue to be left in the cells. I don't know that you should stay in a cell.
To her point, it's very difficult should something go awry for you to escape if we are otherwise distracted.
Insight check.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I get an insight check everyone now.
Yes, insight check the interrogator.
2.
Yeah, there it is.
Hard to read.
Hard to read.
Shoot, what did you say?
He's basically telling you, like, you know, if we put you in a cell, yeah, you wouldn't, like, no one would be able to get in, but if something bad happened, you also
can't
probably
get
wouldn't be
out.
able to
Copy
get out.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I will stay with my friends. I'll stay with you.
We'll stay awake. We won't let anything happen to Hailstorm.
Fine. If we're all done here, I do need to get back to meditating.
Sure. Okay, well, I head back to Quartz and...
Are you still asleep?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I'll wake up. You want Starheart or Bubo to keep you company?
Starheart's still like
Oh.
Bubo it is then.
Yeah.
Bubo, and I'll do some meditation.
Because I need to rest.
Yes.
Bubo takes watch, but he doesn't see or hear anything. He's distracted by looking at both of his new paintings showing off to each other.
Of course he is.
Showing off to each other.
Like within the image, they're like flexing at each other. He's getting like buffer in each one. They're trying to compete to make him look better.
Where are we staying at? Where are we staying?
You're still at Quartz. He just gave you really good rooms.
Okay. Is the big guy still around? The big knight?
Yes. Derek is still around.
Can he be one of the ones on a lookout as well too?
Sure. Yeah.
But he's failed so many times. You really want him there?
He keeps watch, and he does see, and since it's beginning to be the early morning now, many more pages are out in the streets, and they're collecting, daily goods for the palace. So it's harder to see who's supposed to be here and who's not, because they're starting to pick up, foods, vegetables, all that stuff to bring in. So it's just, he reports back,
I could not tell friend from foe.
All right. Well, today's a new day. I mean, we can get into the palace to talk to Sleek Run, but
we've long rested now. Okay.
Jeb kicks in the door. I got my leg back!
Hey!
Jiggles around. It's slightly bent, slightly forward, so when he walks, he does a circle thing.
It's like a weeble now.
I bought this pearl of power. It gives you back a spell slot. I don't quite know how to use it. Danny, I don't quite know how to use it.
So when this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot. If the expended spell slot was of 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level.
Well, I don't understand that. I don't know what that means.
It's one less
downgrades
always.
Yeah.
So am I speaking? Am I casting a 4th level spell slot to get a 3rd level back?
No.
No, you're gaining, so if the spell slot that you expended was 4th level or higher, the one that you're gaining back is 3rd. Right?
So, say like you are completely out of spells.
Right.
And you're like, crap, I need a spell. Like, I need to get a spell back. And you're like, all right, I'm going to use this thing.
Okay.
You get a spell back.
Right. Which one?
A 3rd level or
level.
lower, depending on if you spent like a 4th or
Now,
5th.
if the expended slot was 4th level or higher, right? The new slot is 3rd level. That. I'll ask later. I'm sorry.
I think it's almost like a reactionary thing. Like, oh, I just spent it. I need to now use this item.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's a side. That's a table. A side table conversation later. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Good.
But I have this now, so this can help us. I'll just hold on to it.
Shall we try and go meet with Sleek Run then?
Yes, I think so.
That'd be good to see old Sleek Run.
I'm sure she'll be thrilled to see us.
She's gonna be so mad.
Yes. Well,
Right. Yeah, so
no time like the present.
yeah, Stemburrow collects you all and takes you to the gates.
Captain Stem.
Her full name is Stem Burrow.
Barrow.
Stem Barrow.
And so there is, the way that the palace is structured, there is an outer gate, there is a gate of steam, and then there is an inner gate, and then the palace itself, which is just enormous. It is obscenely large. And it digs into the edge of the mountain and all that. And he keeps his own private pool in the eastern portion of the palace that is just for him and his subjects, his guests, that sort of thing. But yeah, so you get to the gate. There are guards there. Stem explains what you're here to do. They're like, "Oh, she's been waiting for you.
Oh,
Please come inside."
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
I'm sure she'll be excited to see us. You know, her own Copperforgians.
We're not Copperforgians.
Well, I am.
Well, he is. That one is.
So they take you to a very lavish room. So where the rest were, say, like where you just were at the college, everything was there for a purpose. Nothing here is here for a purpose. It's look how rich I am. So lots of comfort. You can smell fresh food in there. Like she's just been fed a hot breakfast, and some of her own Copperforge guards are present. When the doors open, you see Klaxon at her side, and you see Fizzbinkle is also there. But they're sort of off by a fireplace off to the side, like far enough to be out of earshot. That's how large this room is.
You pass the salt?
And she's at a desk at the far end by a bay window, which does open out of the side of the mountain. So it's this very beautiful view of basically the ice beyond, so you can see a glimpse of the wasteland. She's just like,
So did you enjoy it?
I kneel.
I apologize for our delay. We were detained yesterday.
Right, I understand. You were delayed by blowing up my country.
To be fair,
we looked into the mountain by magical means, and Kurluk's masses were growing again.
If you see a cockroach, do you burn the house down?
Depends if the cockroach can burn you down.
You're right. You're right. You made the right decision. I just now have to solve a problem of thousands of people needing a new home.
I know. We tried to hold off as long as we could, but his forces kept growing, and unfortunately, he and Thal Alhun have merged, and they mutated and lived through the blast.
Oh, what lovely news.
Lovely news is Hortiel himself basically said it was okay to do it.
Come again? You're talking to gods now.
Just the one, Hortiel.
He gave you permission to blow up my mountain.
His mountain. In all respect.
With all due respect, Majesty, I mean, the Steamfangs is not a bad home. Your people could live here and thrive. It's a mining company, mining town as well.
So you're not wrong. We could scoop our own civilization, but we were a proud people. We'll be safe here. I guess that's what matters for now, until your friend decides to move north.
I think the important thing is that the people, Copper Forge is the people. And as many of you got out safely.
I now have to deal with being a queen of nothing.
That's not necessarily true. I mean, King Thrun has been a widower for quite some time.
Wow.
Think of the alliance you could forge with a marriage. And you're not left without money.
Money is something I have.
Ralphel does owe you a great deal, even if you collect over time.
So much, as a matter of fact. You make a very interesting point, Miss Stone. Captain Stone. I may consider it yet. I've yet to actually meet Thrun in person. They say he's a very private person since his wife passed.
I can imagine. Well, we are here, and anything you need, we'll be here for a while.
Well, we'll need to amass an army of some sort. Move south. Face this thing before it gains more strength.
Well, then perhaps having the Steamfangs as an ally is a good thing.
I agree.
This is going to go beyond an army. There will be mages from the College of Arel coming soon.
Good. It's nice to see that our family still remembers us.
Until then, there is a local matter that we are trying to take care of. There seems to be something happening within the palace that we have been involved with, and
I'm so surprised.
Yes, wasn't something we tried to find. It just fell into our laps, and here we are.
On the positive end, if that helps, we're trying to figure out who's been kidnapping high-profile animals for consumption reasons.
Are we just us and King Sleekrun together, or are there other palace guards around, like palace?
There are Copperforge guards are on either side. Klaxon and Fizzbinkle are also in the room with you, but
Right.
far away. But yeah, so her personal guard are present.
But no Steam Fangs faculty?
No, they were at the front of the doors, but they're allowing her and her people their privacy.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Klaxon, there's something that was in our cell last night that might interest you. It was a statue of some kind that was perhaps enchanted to attack us. Might be a new toy for you.
I'll go see if I can find the pieces. It sounds interesting. I gotta find a new way to make my pets. So.
My question to you is if you've possibly heard of any fancy dinners or invites that have been going around.
Well, we were invited to a sort of a restaurant sort of thing inside the palace, a tasting or something like that. That's probably something you're thinking of.
A tasting? That just sounds horrible.
Yeah. When you have royalty to dote on, you try and make it exciting.
I guess so.
We have open invites. They said there'd be another one.
It might get us closer to Hend.
You could be friendly new guests of Copperforge.
Might work.
And you're okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are doing it to help the authorities.
Right. I'm just saying, usually, we are kind of a black cloud every city we go to.
Listen, he looks at the queen. He's like, I understand why you did what you did. Sorry, Your Grace.
Sorry, I thought I was talking with Queen Sleekrun. I'm so sorry.
So this is Klaxon's offering up some invitations for y'all.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Might not be a terrible idea.
And Queen Sleekrun, you don't want to go to that?
No, I'm not fond of foreign food.
Well, that's
Have all the fun for me.
So, then we go as representatives of the Copperforge.
Sure.
Sure.
So passes out invitations.
Right.
Yatter, yatter, yatter. The pumpkin finally violently bursts in your pocket. You find in it.
I was gonna maybe cut it open, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh, what's all over you?
What? Oh. There was a pumpkin in my pocket.
There's a pumpkin in my pocket.
And you just had it?
Yeah.
Oh. Where did you find the pumpkin?
It was in the jail cell, actually.
Oh, okay. What are you reading?
Note from inside the pumpkin. I asked Hortiel to translate that note that we found. You know, the one with the hand and all the strange writing on it.
This was a long time ago.
I'm gonna roll for history on that.
Sorry, I'm trying to read your handwriting. Ooh.
27.
I have.
So it was a scroll that was found that had it was an image of a disembodied hand brimming with light, a whole bunch of weird script alongside of it, seemingly encased in the stone area.
Yes. Where do we find
So
that?
he said he spelled it out phonetically, the language of the gods. But this is an ancient human language.
Oh,
I have yet to. I have yet to.
Do you want me to try it out?
Okay.
All right.
I have comprehension.
Miss Captain Aura Stone,
Hey, all right.
General of Copperforge. I have transcribed the language phonetically as it is the script of the gods, but this is an ancient human language I have yet to learn. Best, Hortiel.
Well, then what does it say?
Well, I can't read the back.
Well, may I?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, there's a PS.
P.S.
Yes, my favor, which you will require,
resides in King
case.
Thurman's palace.
Hmm.
My favor. Oh, okay. Okay. This says. Queso Guaxoquensa.
You're doing great.
Sutella Nelshika Masala. I think I've tried that before. You to you. Lim Shem. What am I doing? I'm going to put it down and cast. I'm going to do a 10 minutes kind of sit down and cast a comprehend language.
Okay.
I remember that picture. Yeah, so I kind of draw a little sigil around it. And then
force it into your head.
Put it in there, and I'm gonna see if I can't. I'm gonna see if that's the spell works.
Okay. It does now, because you tried it before when you first got it, but because it was in that script, it was untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
So Orchid was able to bring it into a language. When you use that, are you able to tell what language it is?
Literal meaning of any spoken, written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface.
I think you just understand.
So you can just read it.
I just understand it.
Okay, so you still don't know where it's from. Cool. So it translates roughly as holy person, kin of the sun.
You write this down.
His daughter rests in the deadlands.
Oh no.
Of the swords of ice.
Oh, hold on. Holy person.
Holy person, kin of the sun. His daughter rests in the deadlands of the swords of ice.
Write this down.
Yes.
Okay.
Her remains await in the good garden, housed in stone. Her hand shall guide you.
You said her remains.
Await in the good garden, housed in stone.
Do I recognize this language? Like,
history check.
I will. Thank you.
What was that? Waiting to guide you?
No.
Her hand waiting to guide you? Was that last sentence? Sorry.
Blessing.
Her hand shall guide you.
What if... Blessings. I have two of them. There we go. Use them up.
Yep.
Use both.
I did.
Okay.
17.
All right. So you rack your brain aggressively, and you realize from the structure, from where the accents are placed, and all of that, you recognize it as an ancient warrior language of the Gala, which are the country of Quarry, the very private country of Quarry. This is their language and their language alone.
Ooh.
Huh.
And what's Quarry?
So Quarry is the common name for the country of Gala, because most people don't know its real name because no one's allowed inside. So as much as we joked about the city, the Rimtown, so Rimtown encircles Gala. So Rimtown is the only exchange that people see from the Galan people.
Ancient Gila as a country.
Yes. So this is the oldest race of humanity. So they're human, but they're still a slightly different species. And you know one. Jarrett Valmir is from Gala. So he's the only person you've ever met from there.
Interesting.
He is here.
He is here.
We'll have to discuss that letter later. But,
if y'all still have a little bit of time, I know we're at time, but I can give you some shit real quick if you like.
yeah, give away.
Awesome.
Ooh.
So this is whatchamacallit in action. The Broaden Horizons. So so Pin catches up with you guys. You have a feeling this guy's got access just about everywhere. I think you assume no one wants to fuck with him. It's this tiny little gnome in this dwarf town, so it's like he is tinier than everyone else around him. He just walks in. Oh, if you're thirsty, and he brings a pitcher. He like leaves it out and some glasses, a little fold-out tray. Cha-ting. Miss Stone.
Yes.
As previously mentioned, your name did strike something in my memory. In the back of our establishment, he snaps his fingers, and two of the dwarven guards drag in this crate that looks a little soggy, a little rundown, a little moldy. It had your name carved into the top.
Oh.
Assumedly from a dagger, something like that. It was delivered many years ago by a fellow named Ashfoot.
Captain Ashfoot, that's so-and-so. I think I know what this is.
He was quite adamant that you get the contents of this particular crate.
Well, thank you.
I'm happy to give it to you, but may I ask a favor?
Of course.
Can I see what's in it?
Sure.
I won't touch anything. I've just been curious. It's been sitting there collecting dust for so long.
Yes. Oh, my old captain. What did you leave me, Ashfoot? Is it, can I check for traps?
You can.
Okay. What is that?
Who are you?
Perception.
Western Union. We've had it sitting in the office.
Are you Marty McFly?
That's awesome.
What is it checking for traps? What kind of is that?
Investigation.
Okay, real good. Dirty 20.
Yeah, it's perfectly safe. You're assuming no one ever busted into it because they were terrified of Ashfoot finding out. But yeah, there's nothing on the box. They've heard of this guy.
Okay.
He's a big no-nonsense sort of piratey type.
I'll take my dagger and pop the lock.
Sweet. Gives very easily. You see a bunch of stuff kind of strewn about. The first thing that draws your eye is it's a local weapon. It's a steam fang dagger. So it's forged in the king's private hot spring forge chamber. So it's like this hot pressurized steam forge. And it does 1d6 damage, but on a 6 or a crit, the speed of the target is halved, and this is repeatable. So you can keep having it until you can barely crawl.
Cool.
Inside, there's also a dwarven harpoon, which is a ranged weapon, 60 feet only. That's as far as it can go because it's attached to a rope. Does 1d8 damage. I can give you the rest of the details. I'll burn through it now. I can give you the notes in a minute.
Yeah.
But the target will make a saving throw, DC 13. On a fail, they're harpooned. When a harpoon is inside the target, the attacker can use a strength check to pull them closer, and then they'll also take damage for that. There's also Steam Fang acid. There are 4 vials of it. If poured on Sting Fang steel, the weapon is laced with 1d8 acid damage and will corrode most weapons. Well, basically any non-magical material. So flesh, whatever. If a target is hit, they take 1d8 damage. If object is hit, it can corrode immediately. That's up to me. I'll make that happen. You also find something that... You'd seen him use this as a party trick for some new people on the boat, and there's this. It's basically like a little mason jar of this glittery powder, and you recognize it as mothwing powder. So when you blow it into somebody's face, they have to make a saving throw. If they fail, they fall into a sort of sleepy, passive stupor, but are also drawn toward flame.
Ooh, that's fun.
Super fun.
There is also his weapon is in this box, which gives you a little bit of concern because this has been at his side his entire career.
Right.
So the fact that it's in this box is odd. But you see, I'm actually not going to give you the details on this. You're aware of it, but you're not sure how it works.
Right.
But inside a glass case, there is a blade submerged in seawater.
Dope.
And then as you move that box out of the way, you see a singular porthole. Glass intact. And it looks to be like a normal porthole, but you're assuming that if Ashfoot was giving this to you, it was for a reason.
I'll be able to identify that for you whenever you want to.
Okay.
Hooray! And that's what you get. That's all your
Cool.
fancy toys.
Super. Oh my gosh.
Weapons cache.
Weapons cache. I'm excited to play with my new toys.
Hooray! So I think we'll call it for the evening.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hooray! Thanks everybody for
Yeah.
sticking around. Yay!
That's some good meat in there.
Cobra Striker, thanks for the sub.
Thank you so much, Cobra
Thank you,
Striker.
Little Potato Pony,
Oh,
for
thank you for gifting that.
Thank
5 emotes have been shared.
Oh, yay.
Train. Cool. So thanks everybody for joining us. Yay! We didn't get to sing for you guys. I'm so sad.
Sorry.
Oh well. Womp wompity womp.
But we'll sing for you tomorrow.
But yeah, thanks
Yeah.
everybody for watching Sounds Legacy. We'll be back next Tuesday. Oh, of course, every Tuesday. And then tomorrow night, make sure you tune in for our Perception Check, which is our live play with our felted friends. It's a lot of fun, also very interactive. And then join us again on Monday for Cinephilia, our movie talk show. And yeah, soon we'll have 1:45, starting February 17th. That will be back up and running. And we have lots of new fun games and such coming up with that. And we'll have a studio day on Saturday, the 29th of February. So we'll be streaming all day, starting at an undisclosed time at this moment. But we'll figure it out. We got lots of fun stuff. We got a couple of tabletop RPGs. We're going for different systems. We play a lot of D&D, so we're going to try out some new ones. Play with those. We'll still make those interactive for you guys. Along with the board games will be interactive. We'll be taking suggestions when we do improv. We'll be taking suggestions from you guys in the chat. So you can tip to give us lines to read, to like justify those within scenes. You'll be able to tip to like give us like all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so we're still building that, and we'll be playing something. Twitch Sings as well. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, make sure you join the Discord. That's where we're going to be doing all that stuff. And also, thank you, Wormwood, and thank you, Level Up Dice. If you use our code Perception at checkout at Wormwood, you will get free shipping on any Wormwood product in the U.S., as we learned in the U.S. And then if you use our link for Level Up Dice, that helps us out, and it'll help earn our way to getting a set of Level Up Dice to give away. They're luxury dice. They're gorgeous. They're made of all kinds of stone and just semi-precious, gorgeous stuff. There we go.
Talop Potato Pony is asking some questions.
When's the general time for that? That being the studio day, I'm assuming. Most likely we'll start
10,
probably late
12.
morning. Yeah, 10 to noon is probably a good guess.
Usually when we've started before.
Yeah, and then we'll keep going throughout the day, and we'll have a bunch of like changing of the guard because we've tried to marathon it before, and our brains can't handle it. So we'll be picking and choosing who's playing what at what part of the day, and the improv will include Chunk and Cucumber, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. I think somebody was asking about the Diceomancer. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Diceomancy program is what we're a part of. So that's our partnership with Level Up Dice. That's what they've titled the program. So it's basically it's sort of like a stamp card for us. So it's if you guys buy something using our link, it earns us points. If we reach a cap of points, they'll mail us stuff that we can then give away to you.
Yay!
And either way, you win because you get some really nice products, and it allows us to give these things to you as well. So we won't hold on to that stuff. We'll be giving that away. The dice trays we're using because they're fucking dope. Not that the dice aren't dope, but we also want to give you guys stuff. But now these are used, and I don't want to give you used shit. So, anywho,
cool.
That's where we're at.
I'm sure if we sent them a dice tower, they would take it.
What about now?
Well.
Now, yes.
That's
Even more
DNA.
it's got Danny DNA.
Danny DNA.
Danny DNA.
Hey.
Danny DNA. Hello there. Cool. All right, so we're going to raid somebody.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thanks,
thank you so
guys.
much.
Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks.
All right.
Yay.